Oh, I gotta open up the doc.
I did not audio test, but I assume we're all good.
I'm sure we're fine. Nothing's changed.
Everything is unmuted, so.
That's right.
Talking Yugioh.
Yeah, I don't have that queued up.
Oh, man.
Yeah, we're jerking
Forgot
Yu-Gi-Oh.
Whoa, dude.
Whoa,
We're definitely live for that one.
I hope so.
Yeah, no, we are live.
Yeah, we are.
Of course.
Every
Hello,
time,
everyone. It's Dylan from Yu-Gi-Oh! Everything, and welcome back to another episode of Talking Yu-Gi-Oh! The Chronicles. This is episode 2, a striking finale. We are going to talk about everything there is to talk about, all 165 beautiful seconds of episode 3, concluding the Sky Striker portion of the Chronicles anime. We will be talking about some anime NYC news, as well as the length of the branded. Branded is going to start next month. We did get a confirmation on how long the branded is going to go. Originally, we knew it would be at least through August, so we knew it would be getting at least 3 episodes. They have come out and definitively stated how many episodes the branded portion of the Chronicles will be, and so we will discuss that later on. So those are kind of the talking points. I don't really know how long this episode will be, but we'll try to do our best to keep you entertained, regardless of how long or short it might be. Huge thank you to everybody here joining me. It's a full team. Woo. This will not be the last time we do a podcast in person here. The official moving date, now I'm getting the keys still June 1st, but the movers are all confirmed for June 14th. So June 4th will be the Talking Yu-Gi-Oh! Show. That's remote. And then June 11th will be the After Dark podcast for June. That will be the final one where we are all here in person. So this is not the final one, but it could be the final time all 5 of us are together here. The crew.
No, you
and
guys got off to make it. Come on.
Well, hopefully.
I might be busy.
Come on, man.
Well, listen, we're here for the final Talking Yu-Gi-Oh! At least.
Yeah, at least.
Well, Nick T, how are you doing today?
I'm doing excellent. I didn't mean to interrupt your...
No. I'm happy you did. Yeah. And Caliber, how are you doing?
I'm doing good, man. How are you?
I'm doing great. Dredge, how you doing?
Doing good.
Pete, how you doing?
I'm excited, man. I'm excited to be here.
Yeah, me too. I'm excited to get into it, and there's a lot to talk about, and I want to thank everybody who very generously donated and or super chatted in last week's stream. A huge thank you to That Man, Sean Gilbride, Tyler DeBoer, Ice Aiden, ZX. Hold on, let me just make this alert box a little smaller. Perfect. Alex V, Electric Kevin, Latrell, Goose, Pickrick, Shooting Star, Sheriff, Dark Emperor J, and Jarek, and a special thank you to Fui Weep and Natalie, who both donated very, very large amounts last week. Thank you both so much from the bottom of my heart. And thank you to everybody who watched last month. I say last week. Last month, donated, super chatted. I cannot tell you how much it helps me, helps out this channel, helps out the production. So thank you all so much. We were not live last week because we were just taking a break because the Chronicles came out in kind of a weird day. Came out on Thursday. And it's good to kind of reset the schedule a little bit, make sure the Chronicles are, going to be at the end of the month, because one of the low-key things that already is annoying me with the Chronicles is that there's no set release schedule. No. I know that is such a minor nitpick.
No, it's not.
No,
it's okay. I thought it was going to be. I
don't think it's minor at all.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought you guys and people in chat would be like, that's not really like a big deal. Because like the first episode came out on the 20th, but it was a Sunday. Then this one came out on the 23rd, which was a Thursday. Like that's
terrible.
There's no I thought it was either going to be like the third, maybe Sunday of every month, or like the 20th of every month. But it seems like it's just kind of random.
Just disorganization. That's what it is.
And that's like slightly irritating.
Yeah,
no, it's very irritating. It's like, okay, I understand what they're working on one other show, right?
They are. Yes, I don't know if that started.
Outside of that, they have less than 4 minutes of content. They can't tell us when they think it's going to be out.
4 minutes. You add in the intro and the outro, and it's a minute and a half.
Right.
Okay, it's not that short. But
should we check?
No,
I mean it's 2.5 minutes. It's like double that.
Sorry. The minute of the footage from the first episode.
Oh, if you're talking new content, it's about 50 seconds worth of new content.
Yeah, that's where I was going.
It's like Silent Night, Deadly Night 2.
Where a lot of the movies reused footage from the first one.
Exactly.
Great reference there.
I'm glad.
But no,
no one knows that reference.
No. But yeah, that apparently I think somebody said that they have confirmed the third episode's coming out June 21st.
Oh, so at least they confirmed that.
So at least they confirmed that. And I'm fine if they give us a month in advance. But for these 2 episodes, keep in mind June 21st is Japan, so it'll be out the night before for us.
Yeah.
But they haven't, given us any heads up like that besides episode 3.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, before. Well, I guess we just get into it, right? I mean, we just get into it. Which
What do you? What,
You want me to start?
I'll go.
I was saying I can start too.
What do you want us to get into? Like honestly, like please explain this. What are we getting into?
well, what did your opinion? How about this question? I think this is a good question.
So now he's gonna load up the shotgun.
Has your
lead in.
opinion on the Chronicles changed at all after watching episode 2?
No.
Okay.
I'll just one word it. Just no.
Okay.
You mean like compared to after episode 1?
Compared to how you
right?
felt after episode 1,
No.
has it gotten worse?
No. I'm just more worried
Okay.
because they did. I don't think it got worse because the animation is still what I think is pretty good, but there's still really no story that is explained unless you know the lore already.
There's
So
a little more voice acting.
There's a little bit more. I actually thought the cool thing that they did actually was
name the characters.
no, they did that in the first one too. They just didn't tell you.
Just-
So they almost gave you some good stuff.
They almost did. And you know what? Can I start with a little bit of a positive here?
Yeah, give me the positive.
I want to be positive. I watched episode 2. I rewatched it. I still feel that same optimism for future installments as I did after the first episode.
Okay.
And I'll tell you why.
Tell me
I
why.
always felt like after that first episode, the Stryker anime was cooked. It was over. It was done. Because it was only going to be a 2-episode production. The first episode was what it was, and it was poor. And so now that we're through the Sky Striker portion, we're moving on to Branded. By the way, I'll just say this. I kind of alluded to it in the intro. They've confirmed that Branded is going to be 6 episodes. So we know Branded will run starting in June through November. We've confirmed it's 6 episodes. I have the same amount of hope that Branded will be different. Maybe not different in terms of the length. I don't think the length is going to grow, unfortunately.
More cohesive story.
But maybe a more cohesive story. Let's narrate a little bit. Let's introduce these characters. And I think with more time and with a lore of Branded that's so much more expansive than Sky Striker is, I think that they almost have to do that. Otherwise, it's going to be a jumbled mess. But maybe it will be. I mean, maybe it will be a jumbled mess. But I watched this episode. The animation's still really good. The voice acting was good. The music for the hype-up scenes was really good. It's just the problem is the hype-up scene didn't deliver because then the episode ended.
Yep.
So I'm optimistic and hopeful, but,
Big butt.
it's a huge
But,
but. I'm
yeah.
just trying to stay optimistic when it comes to this production, but there's a lot of reasons to be
How do you
concerned.
feel about them where they're like this was we got 2 episodes of Sky Striker.
Yeah.
And the way this one ended, where they say engage at the rate of fight, you realize we're never going to find out what
The Sky Striker portion was
It's
not.
over.
I didn't think it was good.
So you think they're going to improve with Branded?
My hope is that they will treat Branded better because it's a more expansive and popular lore story.
Okay.
And I think I like to hope, and I could be totally wrong on this. I'm just trying to stay optimistic. I like to hope that maybe Sky Striker was kind of the pilot. Release these 2 episodes, kind of put their feet in the water. Hey, we're here. This is what we can do. And then Branded, it starts.
So based on that, you're just hoping that because this was the pilot, they went easy with it, and it's just going to get better.
That's what I'm hoping.
You don't have any information about this?
No.
Okay.
Hold on.
I don't have any real reason
No,
to
that's
believe
fair.
that.
I
Wait,
understand
Sky
that.
Striker's over? It was just the 2 episodes?
Yes.
Did you not know that?
No, I didn't know.
Now, what did
Now,
you learn?
Now Nick T even more.
Tell us the lore of Sky Strikers.
You didn't know it was only 2 episodes?
So Nick T, they ended it there, right?
I'm like, oh man, I can't wait to see that battle that this
Yep.
episode ends on.
Yep.
There's no better.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Well, I thought there was going to be a battle.
Right, you
There
thought
should
that'd
have
be
been.
episode 3.
Yeah.
Should've been.
No,
Well,
Branded
that's why I
starts
was
next
saying
month.
They almost gave you the good stuff.
Wow.
Can you explain now? You 4 don't know anything about the Sky Striker lore.
No.
No.
Can
Explain
you,
it.
do you honestly
Can I-
feel comfortable like you could explain what was
I think
happening?
Nick T can.
Yeah,
explain it.
do you want to? I could. I think I can do it.
You should start.
All right, so So what happened was,
Okay.
right? There's Ray and there's Rose, right? And those are our two main characters.
Good
here.
start.
Girl 1 and Girl 2.
Yeah, girl 1 and girl 2.
That's how Nick
Ray
Ray
and
first
Rose.
and girl 1 and girl 2.
So Rose is kidnapped by a machine and taken into this machine, and then Ray has to kill it, and then Rose is found in a Jesus-like cave as she moves the rock and pulls her out. And then they're about to go fight this war together, and their eyes change color, so they each have one of each color eye, and they're going to go fight the machines. We don't know how it's going to end, but
Actually, I did a
That's
pretty
where
good
we're
job
at.
of summing up.
At some point, I
Well,
also believe that they were enemies, and then they became
Well, I think it's
friends.
oh,
So like,
frenemies
so,
to ene-
so that
enemies
was
to
a
frenemies?
part
Yeah.
somewhere in there as well.
I got the vibe that one of them was possessed. Well, not possessed, but like
Being controlled.
Maybe, yeah,
by
it could have been
Zeke,
it.
which
Yeah,
is
when she
one
got
of the link
kidnapped,
cards.
yeah.
Yeah.
Right. You only know that because
I
not
only know
from
that
these
'cause
two
I-
episodes.
Correct. And not
Yeah.
from the episodes.
Yeah.
You would never know Zeke, is
I'll
that-
be
well, that's
honest,
fine,
there's
too.
a whole manga, right?
There is a whole
It
manga.
actually makes me more interested to read that because it seems like an interesting premise.
Well, hey, maybe that was their goal.
And maybe it is.
Right.
I think
Maybe-
it's. I think it's
maybe-
more for us to play Master Duel.
No, but
I think
that's-
that's the goal.
that's
and
it.
I don't care
Yes.
about that.
I was
Yeah.
just
I'd
gonna
rather
say,
read
don't do
actually the
that.
manga
Don't
itself.
say that it gives
But
you hope.
but you really just said what my big fear of this is. When all of us wanted a lore anime,
Yeah.
we wanted to actually see these stories
Nah.
brought to life and explained.
Nah.
But it really feels like, hey, learn about it through Master Duel, through our game, or learn about it through the manga, even
Yeah.
though the manga story is different
Yeah.
than the lore story. And actually, you know who writes the Sky Striker manga? Shin Yoshida.
let's go.
That makes me even want to read it more.
And
Wait
he's
a
a friend.
minute.
Hey, he's a
Aren't all the-
friend.
aren't all the characters in Sky Striker female from the
Yeah,
start?
yeah.
And he writes it.
They said, hey, we saw what you did with the girls in Gallup. Let's go.
But
Here's
here's the
the
thing,
thing,
Dredge.
that's why they have two lines.
They're the two main girls. He doesn't have a choice. He has to write them
Right,
well.
no,
he boxed himself into a corner.
Yeah, I'm sure.
So he can't
I'm
get
sure
out of
he,
it.
He appreciated it.
Or maybe
yeah.
he did it to prove everybody wrong that he could.
And look, he's a friend. He's a friend of ours. So
No, he's a huge friend of the channel.
Huge
We'll have him
friend.
on one day, hopefully.
That would be great.
Dredge, what were your thoughts on it?
On what?
On the
I mean-
episode?
I mean, Dylan, it was. I've had bowel movements longer than it. I don't know what to tell you, dude. It
That's
was,
definitely true.
The animation still
Well,
looks good.
had.
I agree with you. There was
Had,
more voice
often.
acting, but again, if you think about what it was a minute and 30 seconds of recycled content.
Yeah.
We already saw. We just saw a different point of view.
Yeah, I
of
was
the
saying, no,
same
it was,
exact
it was Rose's point of view, though.
Yeah, but that's recycled content. We already saw. it.
got a couple
Point of view.
backstory scenes that lasted
Yeah.
like 2 seconds each.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
it's again and for what it's arguably supposed to be, it's short. It's showcasing Konami animation. For that, again, it's not bad. But as what we're, I think again the biggest issue we're having is this is all we're getting from Konami and Yugioh right now, which makes it. It's the only thing under the magnifying glass. We're looking at nothing else but this. And we're like, this is trash. Like this is like we as Yu-Gi-Oh fans have been so spoiled for 20-something years with a new episode every single week, barring holidays, COVID, and unforeseen
18-minute
circumstances.
episodes.
Agreed. So we got 6 times as much as this. So I think we are being a little bit harsher than it probably is, but at the same time, this is not helping me understand the manga. I don't understand the Sky Striker lore. I'm with you. I hope that brand is better, but again, they've shown me nothing that it will be. Again, I'm someone who has high hopes for Konami animation as a whole. I think I'll end up animating one of the Yu-Gi-Oh 9, Yu-Gi-Oh 10, whatever it's going to be. But right now, they're just it's not fun to be a Yu-Gi-Oh fan. Hasn't been a fun 6 months. And the hope is that we just keep grinding and it gets better. But that being said, the 2.5 minute commercial I watched the other day was something better than absolutely nothing. But I think we as a fandom as a community deserve better, and hopefully we get that in Branded coming up in the month of June. So
I saw someone write, man, I wanted a Yu-Gi-Oh lore anime for a long time, but if I knew this is what we were going to get, I would have
I've
rather
seen that
than
comment. I remember
never
that.
even done anything.
Yeah.
It's been a brutal 6 months for people on the Yu-Gi-Oh anime side, but I know for a fact there were a lot of people as well on the card game side that were very, very excited for this product and this story, and that's been like probably a letdown for them as well. I mean, you go to the comments of that video of any of these 2 episodes, and it's like, oh man, my opponent's Master Duel turn was much longer than this episode
Yep.
was. Or it's like, man, animation's great, but it's too short. Like once a month, come on, man.
Yeah.
And like, so I think everybody's kind of in agreement to a degree. Pete, I mean, what are your thoughts? We don't like being negative, but I mean, what is there to say
I
positive?
mean, I will say this. It had my attention slightly more than episode 1.
Yeah.
I think those like couple second, flashback scenes. I think it's Rose, right? Rose is the captured one.
Yes.
That was like cool, I guess. But there's not a lot to grasp here, and it's tough to. I agree that there's such a microscope on it, but I also just think even if there was a Yugioh 9 and we also were keeping up with this, like this is just unacceptable. Like it's just even there are longer movie trailers than these episodes are. Yeah. There are longer commercials than this. Like this is crazy, and to cut up a lot of the first episode from last month and just drop it into here, but a different point of view, I just think is ridiculous for a major company. Yeah. So, I don't really have a lot of hope for the next one. Was Albaz, right?
Yeah, branded.
I have no hope for that. I do understand your optimism that, hey, maybe we can get a more cohesive thing. You have 6 episodes. We could really tell this a little bit. I just have no reason to believe that they're going to do that.
Because I feel like the animation is there. I think the music is there. Like I loved the music in that build-up scene. It's just missing the more important, you could argue, key features, which is that storytelling. And even if the length is going to be as short as it's been, which I think is crazy, but if it's good, you can tell a story in 3 minutes that's compelling and like you want to watch it again. But I have no interest in watching these again.
No. You just don't know.
You don't need to. You got everything in the first one.
And you also just don't understand what's really happening, right? The barrier to entry. I think you just made that one comment there where you were like, oh, well, she gets the power or whatever from this. It's like, none of the 4 of us know that,
right?
Because we're not familiar with the actual cards themselves or the lore or the manga or any of that stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
That's no matter what you're telling in what medium, that is horrible storytelling.
Yeah.
It's just terrible. Like if you want to make a promotional product, I actually think, all right, here's 3 minutes. If you told me, Pete, this is what you need to hit, and you have 3 minutes to tell it, I would have a more constructed story to tell, and I think that's more appealing to grab people. If this is an advertising product, I want to explain it as quick as I can and in the fullest capacity I can to attract more people. Confusing everyone doesn't allow people to really understand or like the characters or understand what's going on. I don't understand how that brings people into your game. That part just doesn't, that like logic sense, it doesn't compute for me.
Well, I think it's strictly made for the people that already are familiar with the Sky Striker lore and the hardcore, fans of Yu-Gi-Oh! And I think that's a shame because I think there's a lot of people, newer fans, people that don't play the game but are on the anime side of things that, like, which are you guys, that like then completely miss out and feel neglected. And even people that love the lore and know the lore, they're not thrilled with this product either. Let's not pretend like they are.
I just think always creating a new product and having a barrier to entry is just it just doesn't make any sense. Like you can gain so many and grow the brand and grow the product by you want to grab the people that are already not into this.
Right.
That's the whole point of expanding a medium and trying to make money. You want to grab the people who are not the loyal fans that will support you no matter what. You're grabbing the new people. That we're the 4 of us here. We're the new people.
Yeah.
You want me to start Master Duel? Get me hyped on this. And I go, well, shit. Like I might have to make this deck or whatever and start getting into this.
Right.
Even hell, maybe I'll spend some money in gems because I'm way behind.
Yeah.
That's how you do that.
100%.
If you told me any story like something I know well, right? Like some Marvel story, but you got 3 minutes to explain what this 24 episode comic run is about, I can do that.
Yeah.
But if I gave you bits and pieces of like, here's a cool moment here, we're gonna stop right here before an action scene happens, why would you ever want to read that on your own?
Yeah,
that makes no sense.
Then we'll show the same scene, but from the other person's perspective.
Right, and then I'm going to say,
Nothing
hey, guys, I have this game that we've been developing that actually connects to this. You totally want to play it now, right? No.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't even understand what I just watched. I don't even understand what's going on.
Yeah.
I think the only positive takeaways from what we've seen so far is that the studio has the capability to animate well. They have the ability to at least have voice actors in that sound good. Like I for the limited amount of voice acting that there is in it, it sounds pretty good. Like it it can pull you in.
Yeah.
Like you said, the music, right when you would think the scenes are about to start to pick up, the music picks up, everything, like the theatrics of it, them going together, engage, whatever, that's awesome. But you then eliminated the entire story by not showing this fight against this mechanical army that it looks like. And for me, at least, it's like, okay, they're capable of doing this, but they just like, it's almost like they're limiting themselves. Like, no, we don't want to give them too much. So we're just going to stop here. We don't want to give them the good stuff because then maybe, just maybe, those few people that actually are interested now may go read the manga, play Master Duel, do this. Just maybe. And then we don't have to spend all the money animating that scene. That's the way
silly,
it looks.
though.
That's the
That's
way it
silly.
looks to me.
Now,
Yeah.
I'd like to add something to all this, and it's gonna sound inflammatory, but bear with me.
Bearing.
You guys mentioned, these episodes making you like fearful of the future of these bits, that we're like worried.
Yep.
If anything, I don't think about it at all. Not at all. Since they announced, this is gonna be like a once a month thing, 4 minutes each, completely void from my memory, and it's only been confirmed having watched the first 2 episodes. Like, I can't think about it. There's nothing to think about.
Yeah.
Which there's another edge to that where
Right.
I can go into this and try to enjoy parts of it for what it is. I can enjoy the animation. I can enjoy the music, but I can't put thought into it because it's 4 minutes of content
It's an
once a
ad.
month that I don't even know what I'm watching.
Yeah.
So I have to just like turn it off. I can't think about it
Yeah.
because there's nothing there for me other than trying to enjoy the aesthetic
Yep.
of it.
It's like an ad between 2 videos you're watching.
Exactly.
When I streamed last Thursday, Master Duel, I had said, the new Chronicles episode is dropping tonight. There were probably like 5 or 6 people in the chat that were like, oh yeah, I totally forgot about the Chronicles. Oh right, that's a thing.
Yeah.
And so there's people that are just like you, and honestly, like, it's something that comes to my mind maybe a couple of days before release,
Right,
but
exactly.
I'm not like eagerly waiting for
Exactly.
June 21st.
I wonder what they're gonna do next.
It's going to be the last thing on my mind until like
Exactly.
a day before.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's no I get what you're saying.
It's exactly. It's not that I like don't care. It's that I just like can't think about it. Like what's there to think about right
Yeah.
now for me? Like it's not like we are like, they left us off last week. I wonder how they're gonna resume.
Yeah.
Well, now we're going to a new story. So now all
Exactly,
that
yeah.
you just saw is
Even if it was
over.
they were continued. It's like I wonder how they left me with 3 minutes of content last month.
right.
I don't like. I have to turn it off.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. No, and
Turn it off mentally, not the show. I mean, like turn off the thought of it.
but
'Cause
like
there's
you,
nothing to think
we're
about.
in such a world where like you need products to grab your attention span and keep you engaged and keep you like engaged. Yes.
No, you got it.
I know I can't think of a better word. And like that's not what this does at all. It's not.
It's not.
Pete, you were gonna say something?
Yeah, I was going to say 2 quick things. One, to go off your point, I was actually going to make that point. I think today more than ever, there are so many things out there that distract you that we see just statistically that our attention spans are getting way shorter.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
So that's why something like YouTube Shorts has blown up in the last several years because people just can't sit down and watch things. I mean, man, Vine would have killed in this era. But that's just how it is now. And it's funny because and ironic that you have the exact opportunity to do it. Hey, here's 2 to 4 minutes.
Yep.
Real short content. Let's grab our viewers. And they still mess that up anyway.
Yeah.
That's the part that I'm not even as aggravated on the length. I'm aggravated that you can't tell any type of a story.
Yeah.
It's like you just threw someone in an editing room and it's like, yeah, just put this together. Do you have an order or like what are we telling? Just put whatever clips you think work together. Like that, I think is dumb on their part. The other part is like, I think it's pretty confirmed we're the only podcast on the internet that is doing a podcast on this.
I hope
I think
so.
I think that's pretty
Because
clear.
the world shouldn't even have one podcast
No,
on this.
no.
So to have more than one is ridiculous.
And I understand we're in that void. It is obviously your job now. I get that.
It's like the filler arc.
But the ironic thing about it, and the funny thing is, as angry as we can get about this, there's not even a point because we are kind of doing Konami service every single month that we do this, because even if there's 60 people watching, it's proof if they watch this and they had someone who understands English to go, we'll spoon food you whatever shit we want, and you're going to talk about it. You're going to do a podcast on it. You're going to watch it. You're going to get your fans to watch. You can do whatever you want. We'll just put anything together, and you'll do it. And that's where the only way you change companies is when people stop paying attention or buying products. The more we tune into crap like this, the more Konami's going to care, whether it's this or the GX remaster, which is a travesty.
Disaster.
All these things. Yeah. No, they don't care.
Yeah.
And if we have to do it because this is just the forum for it now, but if stuff continues more like this, I mean, I have to wonder if there's even a point of doing a lot of this content anymore.
Well, I think the thing that I would disagree with you slightly on, I don't know if it's as much like the discussionary or viewpoints. I think they, and you did touch on it, one of the things you said. I think the revenue and buying the products and buying gems in Master Duel and buying gems in Duel Links, that's the stuff where unless that changes, they're not going to change.
Yeah, they don't care.
Because there's no reason to.
They don't care.
Because
There's
their
no
main
reason
money
to.
makers are still making money.
Of course. Master Duel jumped back into the top 10 this week on sales on Steam. I think it was number 7.
You know why that
on
is?
Steam, because the branded bundle came out.
Oh, I was talking about you.
Me?
This guy.
Oh, Calibro.
No, you.
No, I'm $0 spent on Master Duel.
No, but
I haven't spent a cent.
Not you personally. Watching you, they're like, oh, I gotta.
Oh, please. Oh, please.
They're trying to catch up to you so they can take you down and not let you get that.
Yeah, they don't
mastery,
need to
you know?
catch up to me to take me down. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, you took yourself
pouring
down
money into
today.
it right now to be like, I gotta stop him.
Oh man. No, it's it's a weird time. There something I want to touch on real quick is and then we have Anime New York City news I want to briefly talk about. Branded. The branded story is running 6 months. It's running June to November. I kind of want your opinions on, like, sure, we only have 2 episodes. So I am one of those people that I can't see this lasting monthly for like an extremely long amount of time. Now, there's people I know in chat that I've talked to and in the community that think this is going to go on for 20 years. They think this is going to go on forever.
Why?
They thought this was Yugioh 9. So
Well, that's true. But I want to know your guys' opinion on that. Like, the only 2 promoted stories we have, Sky Striker, which is
Branded.
already over, and Branded, which we now know ends in November. Do you, like, how long can you envision this going? I know it's a hard question to ask because it's so new and it's in its infancy, but is this a project that, because there is enough lore for them to go on for 30 years.
That's
There's
true.
enough archetypes.
Yeah.
You're not going to run out of archetypes. Yeah. But I feel like this is only going to go on for like a year, to be honest with you.
Can I give you the positive or the 2 outlooks that I can see of it?
Sure.
Because I think one is they have stuff scheduled out through November. You hope December Jump Festa they announce a new show.
Well, that's what some people
Right,
have also.
right. So that's like that's the shoot for the moon.
Of course.
This is exactly
Best
what we
case
would
scenario.
want. Best case scenario is they're doing this just to buy time because they want the studio ready and able to actually hold on to a show.
Yeah.
So what they're
something
doing,
Dredge said in the
so
beginning.
so what they're doing is literally like practicing.
I might be kind of smart.
They're practicing for a show by making these very, very short shorts, right? And the opposite is this could go on without an anime for a few years, and you're just going to get 3 minutes a month of the, say, top 7 or 8 lores that people like the most in terms of the archetypes.
Yeah.
And you're going to get a new Yu-Gi-Oh! In 3 years.
Right.
4 years. Maybe you get a new Yu-Gi-Oh! And this runs alongside it. I think that would be so easy considering it's a 2 minutes of new content a month.
Agreed.
So like that shouldn't be that hard.
Agreed.
But ultimately I'm going to just sip on the Dylan copium and hope that it goes to November. They announce a new show in December and maybe it still goes on for another 4 or 5 months until the new show starts.
Well, I didn't even mention that. You came to that conclusion yourself. I think it would be amazing if that happened. And I
But
do
I'm
think
saying
it's-
Dylan copium because that's like the highest of the high here.
Sure, of course.
Right.
If you want to believe, believe. you
Also,
know?
while we were sitting here rambling, we did get a big donation from Anonymous Anime.
Yeah,
Lover.
before
Oh no! Why?
before we
Anonymous.
continue.
Yeah,
Thank
before
you.
we continue, we did get $50
Thank
from
you so
Anonymous
much.
Anime Lover.
Thank you so much, Anonymous.
And
Wonderful
simply
to
said-
see you. Long live Yu-Gi-Oh! Come on.
Hi, Dylan, Caliber, Nick T, Dredger, and Pete. It's been a long while. How
it
are
has
you
been.
guys? I'm
How are
good.
you?
How are you?
Well, thank you.
And she said, I'm good. I haven't seen the new Chronicles yet. Curious, Dylan, does your voice sound differently? Long live Yu-Gi-Oh!
Long live Yu-Gi-Oh!
Do you want to tell her the truth now?
What's the truth?
You had surgery a couple of years ago. You got your voice box
she
completely
knows.
changed
She
out.
knows.
They took it from another animal. Do you want to say what the animal was?
It was a donkey.
that you had changed out,
It was a donkey.
and that's probably why it's the difference.
It's because he was streaming for 7 hours before this playing Master
That
Duel.
might
Wanna
be
know what
why.
the real issue? He doesn't take care of his throat. That's the real issue.
I streamed for
No.
7 hours prior to the stream,
Guy
so
is
if I
not
sound a
that
little weak in the throat, that's why. I feel like I sound pretty normal, but maybe
you
it
do,
is.
You do sound fine, but you still don't take. I still stand by. You don't take care of your throat.
Sure, I didn't argue that point.
Yeah.
Anonymous, thank you so much for the very, very generous donation. If you wanted to catch up on the 2 episodes you've missed,
You need like 8 minutes.
You need about
5 or
like
6
yeah. You cut out like 7 minutes for yourself.
Well,
Watch it, you'll be
Wait,
caught
but
up.
what about the Master Duel portion too? So I might get 10 minutes of content out.
Yeah, I think Sky Striker, including the Master Duel, even though keep in mind the Master Duel portion at the end and the episode 1 both have different endings. The endings conflict with each other. So
here-
you figure out what they wanted to do.
Here's what you got to do. You got to go to your local like deli or like wherever they serve like sandwiches or something. A Wawa.
Order a sandwich
quick
and then
check.
while you're-
You go to the kiosk and you order your sandwich. You break out your phone and watch the 2 episodes. And by the time those 2 episodes are done, you might be waiting 5
love
minutes for your
that.
sandwich.
And remember, you waited 2 months to get those 2
I
episodes.
love that. That's a good
And you waited 2 months for those episodes, and you'll be waiting another month for the next one. So it's just.
But
it's a train wreck.
when jokes aside and all the negativity we've been,
Spewing here, yeah.
you could just go enjoy it in the 10 spare minutes you have.
Yeah.
Like it's a fun little watch. Even if you don't know what's going on, it looks pretty.
Yes.
It sounds pretty.
And Anonymous,
There you
I
go.
will say it is always wonderful whenever you come by.
Yes,
Anonymous
thank you.
Anime
Of course.
Lover, one of the earliest
An
like,
OG.
supporters.
An OG.
Seriously,
OG,
and that is
yeah.
such a generous donation.
Yeah,
Thank you
same.
so much. You are freaking awesome.
Yeah, I felt I had to interrupt. When I
No,
saw
no,
the
no, no. I'm
donation,
happy
so.
you did. Anonymous, thank you so, so much. Love and appreciate you, and I hope
Yes.
everything's been well. Hope everything with the job is
Absolutely.
good, and everything with life is good.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much, Anonymous. But we were just talking about the
How
6
long we
months.
think it's gonna
how
go,
long
yeah.
do you think this is something that's going to go for an extremely long amount of time?
So actually, Caliber took and Dredger has said it before, to his credit. But he did take the words directly out of my mouth, where like I am in exactly two thoughts of this.
Yep.
Where, yes, this will only go maybe until Jump Festa. They announce Yu-Gi-Oh! 9, and then it rides out until the new show as a sort of primer for this new studio.
Yep.
Kind of warm them up, warm us up to them. It's a new studio. They have to kind of get their footing, and for us to start enjoying
Get
their
used
content.
to their style.
Exactly.
Kind of, yeah.
And then the other, of course, is I don't know if they would have introduced an entirely new segment, title card and all, the Chronicles, without
For a year.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Without the thought of some kind of longevity.
Yep.
Even if it's like you said, once a month for the next 3 years, where it's like they tackle 7 different.
And it would be
archetypes.
fine if they ran it alongside an actual
I would
anime,
love it. I would-
because it's not
It's not a lot.
It doesn't look like a lot of content is coming out every month.
Yeah.
And if it's still going to be once a month, and you can have a team dedicated to just that, I think that would be fine.
Even if they can't allocate resources for Konami Studios to do another full-length show, and they can just do the short, the Chronicles, another studio, get another
100%.
studio to do the show alongside.
But I think you could even work in tandem with another
think you
studio
could.
and
With-
have people from both
Oh,
studios
yeah.
working on the show.
without a doubt.
Anonymous, I did see your message. I'm very, very happy that life is going well. You absolutely deserve it, so that's
Hell yeah.
wonderful. Ran a poll. How are you feeling about the Chronicles 2 episodes in?
Good
Cal, would
Lord.
you like to read the results?
Oh my
yeah,
god.
so we got I am meh on it, 47%.
I think that's where I would
about
be.
half of all people.
Yeah, about half.
I would be
have
meh.
hated it, 21%, so about a fifth. We got I have liked it, 18, so right around the same, and then I have loved it, a mere 13%.
So less than a third of people like or love it.
Yeah. And what is that data? Over 2/3 of people either think it's all right or hate it.
Yeah, 68%.
Yeah. No, I didn't feel like we were just like
No, we weren't. No,
hating
no,
on
no.
something that a lot of people loved.
No,
I don't feel that way at all.
Yeah,
I definitely.
I also
think that-
didn't vote hate. I didn't vote.
I
But I would
voted
have voted
meh
meh
because
yeah.
to my point before, I don't think about it, so I can't hate it.
But even
Yeah.
like voting meh there, I'm closer
to
to
hate than
hating
like.
than
Yeah,
like.
Yes,
yeah.
I agree.
Yeah, which is a problem.
And I
so.
think that it's tough to especially for you and for a lot of the people in the community, it's tough to show this kind of negativity towards something that you love, like the brand of Yu-Gi-Oh,
Of course,
Yu-Gi-Oh anime in general.
Of course.
And then they come out with something that you're hoping is going to be good because one, it's different, so it's not card game anime, right? So it's not going to be the same as what you're used to.
Mm-hmm.
But you're still optimistic, you're excited, and then you get 2.5 minutes in the first episode and not too much. You're like, all right, animation's pretty good. Give them some time. You get it once a month. Then the next one comes out and you get about 60 seconds of new content in the episode. It's just the same thing, but from the other person's perspective.
Yeah.
And now you're sitting there and you're like, now Nick T didn't even know that Sky Striker was done.
That
You
was
get-
good.
I missed the memo.
That was good.
But even if you missed the memo or not, it's like they finally showed a glimpse of like what the lore could be like, and then they're like, we're not going to show you that.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh, okay. So in Nick T's eyes, you're like, wow, episode 3 is going to be a banger, right? If you think about it,
Yeah.
episode 3, if it's a continuation of that, would be a banger. There's a war coming.
Yep.
You're going to get a little bit behind it.
Now they recycle 2 minutes, and you only get the first 30 seconds of them just jumping out of the air. And
Yeah,
then
well, yeah, it could be that too.
That's what they would do. Dude.
No, I do think if they did an episode 3, we would get that kind of really cool battle, and then that be it.
Even if it was just the battle though, and there was good scenes and good voice acting, and
yeah,
the
even if the battle was inconclusive, I
Yeah.
would have been fine with that.
But then it would show that they're able to do that kind of action, which is probably the harder part of the animation, right? Is to do
We
the
saw some of
battles
that
over.
episode 1.
Yeah, but was it much of a battle, or was it her holding the sword on the guy for the entire time and then eventually just cutting through him?
Yeah, you got me.
So, like, if you could actually see the battle and like the fight scenes, you could be like, okay, they have it. Like, they can do more than just like what we saw.
Yeah. They can. Janet Thorns does bring up a good point, but right before you guys go, he said we need some beer, so maybe that'll make it better.
I already had beer. I'm good.
I had a beer
I
as
think he's
well.
got a good point.
I was
so,
drinking
like,
already.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I drank. Me and Cal had a beer at the bar.
Yeah, with
Wow.
the chilies.
You have to.
you have to.
You don't drink.
Well, I was saying if you did, you have to.
Dylan's gonna have an extra can of Coke tonight.
And no, if I drank, I would certainly be drinking for this
hey,
one.
listen,
Yeah, actually,
Wait.
it's actually a really good thing he doesn't drink during this whole last 6
Oh,
months.
yeah.
No, I'm-
It
Well,
would've
I
been
got the
bad.
handle of Svedka ready for Jump Festo. Let's just
no,
see.
I'm-
Let's
I'm
just
ha-
wait and see what happens.
Dylan, I'm not gonna lie. If you're gonna do anything, please not Svedka. Like, don't do that.
No,
to
come on.
yourself.
We'll get him
Respect
some
on
Tito's. Yeah,
Tito's is at least better.
I'm hedging my bets right now between living in Delaware and
He's gonna drink.
and
He's gonna
and
drink
this
alcohol at the
show.
end of the year.
and then potentially
He becomes an alcoholic away from his
a
friends.
potential
Yeah,
disaster.
no
at-
job, and he just that's it.
A potential disaster at Jump Festa. It's just gonna get real bad.
I really never drank for 30 years, and then 4 months in Delaware, and I was like, I can't do
Yeah.
it
I
anymore.
can't do it anymore.
You got
Then the
this
no
long
Yugioh
beard.
show, and it's over. The mustache becomes a handlebar, and that's it. It's a
I
mullet.
wanted the handlebar mustache. I don't think it's.
I think you can make it happen.
You can make it
It
happen.
is getting there, actually.
He's got
If you keep growing and shaving, I think you can get the thing get going down. I think it would look cool. as hell.
You could yell at the neighborhood kids.
You're gonna get one thing you want this year: a handlebar mustache.
no.
Yeah.
I'd trade it for
Yeah.
Jump Festa for Yu-Gi-Oh.
You know who I used to be, kids?
You know what?
I was Yu-Gi-Oh! Everything, destined for greatness.
Before we get into the donations and super chats, because I'd love to know the pulse of how people are feeling, I want to talk about some news that came out, which was pretty crazy. This was pretty crazy. I'm going to pull up the tweet and the post and read it to you guys. Some of you guys watching may be hearing it for the first time. But Kenjiro Suda, the voice actor of Seto Kaiba, and by the way, a lot of people might know Kenjiro Suda because he is such a
Nanami.
famous Nanami and JJK.
Yes.
He's
Oh,
one
that's
of the-
right. He's pretty
He's one of the
goated.
main villains in Sekiro. He's a very major voice actor.
Oh, that's right. He is one.
Yes.
of
He's-
those.
yeah.
I watched my
Dylan,
brother fight him.
He's Joker in Fire Force too.
Yes, he is. No, he's in,
he's one of the top.
he's like a legendary
high-end,
voice
yeah.
actor. Well, for the first time ever, he is coming to the United States.
Whoa.
He is coming to Anime New York City at the end of August alongside Teruaki Jitsumatsu. Now, I did not know who Jitsumatsu Sensei was, and he is, Nick T, you ready for this?
I'm ready.
A producer, a main producer for Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, 5D, Zexal, Arc 5 Vrains, Bonds Beyond Time, and Dark Side of Dimensions.
Whoa.
Very interesting.
All right, Dylan.
All right.
Very interesting.
All right, Dylan.
Here we
Well,
go. Here we
Well,
go.
hold on. It's interesting. Very strange that he's kind of tagging along. He did not have anything to do with Sevens or Go Rush.
Yu-Gi-Oh movie.
Did Kenjiro Suda anything to do with Go Rush?
He did not. No, but him coming would be one thing because he's him. He's one
He's
of the
iconic.
Most,
He is
yes,
him.
he is
He's
an
him.
iconic guy. But to be promoted alongside
right,
a well-known Yu-Gi-Oh anime producer is interesting. It might not mean anything.
Hey, it's all the hope we got right now.
Well, here's the thing. It doesn't change anything for me
The gang goes
in
to
the
Anime
sense
New York.
that Victor or Jump Victory Carnival, which happens in mid-July, they've announced stuff at that event. Bonds Beyond Time announced at Jump Victory Carnival in July of 2009. Hey, we're working on a 7th Yu-Gi-Oh show. Announced. You remember that night? Cluck you. Announced at Jump Victory Carnival. The summer, a hot summer night in Red Bank, 2019.
I don't need to remember it.
And then Yu-Gi-Oh! Sevens was announced, of course, later at Jump Festa formally. So this is not an event where there's no history of them ever announcing things. That event, of course, happens a month before Kenjiro Suda and the producer come to Anime New York City. I haven't made a video on this. I don't know if I'm necessarily going to. I might, but I don't know. But, I mean, you guys are hearing that news. I mean, what are your thoughts? What do you make of it?
I'm going to give you two answers again. I'm going to give you copium answer one.
So you're giving both answers.
No.
Get off the fence.
You know what?
You
Hold
didn't
on.
ask me my opinion.
Hold
You
on.
said, what do you think
and you know
about
what?
it?
You know what? We started with you. Let's
Yeah,
start
start
with
with
you.
Pete.
Yeah.
Start with Pete. Start with Pete.
Pete, what do you make of it?
I mean, it's cool, but it probably means nothing.
Yeah.
We had a similar thing. Didn't we have some kind of big voice actor that was in Sevens that did the Goa 6 or whatever the hell it was, the Goa 66? Wasn't that like some big voice actor or something? And look at what those characters ended up being.
Well, remember the ramen shop owner was Darkness from GX.
Exactly.
Yeah,
so
no, but who
so
was
cool
the-
that he's coming into the U.S. It is interesting that he's with a Yu-Gi-Oh producer, sure, but it could be a completely different project. So I understand the copium. I just take 0.5% of actually something happening out of this. So
Yeah. Well, I'll say this. If Jump Victory Carnival comes and goes in mid-July and nothing's announced, they're not going to announce something at Anime.
And what month is
NYC.
that?
End of August.
okay, yeah, probably not.
Right, I'd be
I
very
mean, I guess you
surprised.
never know, but like probably not.
I'd be surprised.
Although they have no predictability at this point. They've been super unpredictable. So you never
They
know.
don't. And the other thing is Kenjiro Sudo, who's been in everything. You know, this is how they advertise him on the website. To Your Eternity, Jujutsu Kaisen, My Hero Academia, The Way of the House Husband, Chainsaw Man. But the very first project is Yu-Gi-Oh! That's the
Right.
first
Do you,
project.
do you remember when they were announcing like all of this stuff and they were like, "Oh, we have a big project coming for the 25 years of Yu-Gi-Oh!"
Yes.
You can't buy into
What was
these
that?
PR messages.
That was
remember it was
Sevens, wasn't it?
Well, Sevens was
That
the
was
20th,
20
but
years.
yeah,
Like,
and
you-
that was a train wreck.
You can't buy into this stuff.
No,
What do you mean that was?
You just can't. I know that's all you have. I get it, but like, put
no.
barely any faith into this.
no, I'm not.
Put it into July.
Sure,
It's
I'm-
way better to put it in July.
I just wanted to share the news with the people
Yeah.
listening and you guys. I mean, Dredge, do you make anything of it?
I mean, he's a well-known voice actor, so there's something there. But if we're being honest, I'm.
What about the producer
Well,
going?
I was
going
gonna
to
say that.
What else has he produced?
Everything.
Well, no, I think.
Had he done
that's-
anything recent? Has he done JJK? Is he part of My Hero? Is he any of these newer anime that would make more sense?
That's a great question.
What's his name?
Well,
I'll Google
no,
it.
I think that's exactly a point in the column of it being Yu-Gi-Oh! Is the fact that
All those Yu-Gi-Ohs he
someone
was
who is a sig-
direction.
someone who is a significant voice actor in Yu-Gi-Oh, one of the most iconic characters of all time,
Yeah.
and a producer that maybe has only done or mostly done Yu-Gi-Oh mainline Yu-Gi-Oh spin-offs
Yeah.
together at an event in America. But I feel like that points to something Yu-Gi-Oh. If he was involved in, if he was involved in a recent anime that wasn't Yu-Gi-Oh, I would say odds are this is going to be a thing
I
that
mean, he
isn't
has.
Yu-Gi-Oh.
That's the
You wanna
thing.
look
He's
him
he's in JJK's and My Hero's.
No,
characters on-
Sudokan is, yeah.
Yeah.
But the producer, I don't know what
do we
his
got?
involvement is.
Caliber is going to look him up. I don't know if he. So he was the producer for a producer for GX through Vrains. So all the spin-off, all the Master Rule spin-offs.
I mean,
Exactly.
it literally says he's known for, and it says Yu-Gi-Oh! Bonds
Yeah.
Beyond Time, Sergeant Kororo, which is from 2004, and then
Dororo?
Yu-Gi-Oh! The
Kiroro.
Dark Side of
Kiroro.
Dimensions. Those are the top 3
Yeah.
things it shows.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
good actually.
So I mean, the thing
I
that I
still
think
don't think- I
brings
mean-
attention, Kenjiro Suda coming, I don't think you would even shrug at.
No, it could have been anything.
It's right.
There's
What
even
it-
his IMDb. It's like
Does-
it's Yu-Gi-Oh!
It's
I
mostly
think he's
Yu-Gi-Oh.
just a Yu-Gi-Oh
Does-
producer.
But here's my thing, right? Anime Japan. What do they do? What is Anime Japan? What do they do?
Anime Japan, I don't know. This is Anime New York City.
I'm sorry, Anime. I apologize. Anime New York City. What do they do?
No idea. I've never been. I
See
don't know.
that. So right now, this is where where my issue comes
It's-
in. Right, you're asking me to. All right, Nick T's looking. Oh,
I'm sorry.
They actually are the.
It's presented by Crunchyroll. They
It's
consider
the-
the animes the East Coast biggest anime convention.
Yeah, it's a semi-big deal.
The one thing I'll give to you, Dylan, is interesting.
go
Is
to this,
this is
actually.
the front page, right? You typed in Anime New York City, is what comes up, right?
And this is the
So
first
the
go,
first
Nick,
page that does come up, it does say Yu-Gi-Oh's Kenjiro Suda and Teruka
Yeah, and it says
Jitsumi
voice of
are
Seto
headed
Kaiba.
to Anime.
Are we gonna end up
So-
going to this thing? Is that what's gonna
You
end
might
up
have to.
happening?
It's your job.
I plan to be there.
It-
I-
it-
is that what
it's
it's called?
it's not. You don't have any conflict because obviously August
I
is
do.
a big
Tim
month.
And Katie's wedding.
Oh, so you're screwed. So you can't go.
I can go one of the days.
I'll go as Yu-Gi-Oh! Something.
So here's the thing. Here's
You
what-
go as one of the days. We'll go as the other one, and we'll cover the whole
cover all
thing.
bases. Here's what Galaxy Eyes said on Twitter. He's a well-known guy. This might be Jitsumatsu's first public appearance since before Arc 5 aired. He's primarily associated with NAS and is a longtime producer for Yu-Gi-Oh!
Love NAS.
I'm shocked to see him. I was shocked to see him uninvolved with Sevens and Go Rush, considering his history. That's what he wrote.
So again, as I said, seeing that
It's interesting.
title,
It's just interesting.
yeah, seeing the title definitely gives it more. It makes it definitely more interesting. I can see why.
That
you're
was the
excited.
headline on the
Yes,
site.
that was the headline.
I have
on
more
it.
interest in this than the Chronicles. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, I will say that this is.
Yeah,
more
I'm more
interesting.
interested in these sorts of rumors than the Chronicles too. Yes.
Yeah.
Wait, there's a Chronicles happening?
But yeah, so to answer your question, how do I feel about this? It definitely is something interesting. I mean, I don't know that it'll come of it, you know, and I'm at this point where I don't even want to get my hopes up, being honest with you. I'd rather be like, this is trash, there's not going to be there, and then be absolutely shocked and have to eat my word and say, hey, I was wrong, we got Yu-Gi-Oh! 9 announced, or whatever the hell does happen. So, but yeah, it's definitely interesting. They are being the main promotions, the talking about them, specifically in Yu-Gi-Oh! Definitely bodes well for what it could be. So yeah, I mean, it's possible. I mean, I'm not going to hold my breath or anything. I'm not going to stress, but it's definitely better than nothing. I guess,
Oh, absolutely.
right?
I just find it hard to believe, like, let's say if this was a new project, a new show that was Yu-Gi-Oh! Related, they would announce it here
Yeah.
in the United
Can,
States.
can I tell you, I've gotten more hyped about this since we started talking about it.
Well,
Please-
yeah,
I'm
you're
sure you
you.
are.
You're
No,
you.
Can I touch on this really quick?
Please do.
So in July, what do they have in July?
Wait,
July
Dylan,
Jump Victory
Dylan,
Carnival.
Jump Victory Carnival.
June 4th, 1 p.m.
Wait, no, I think that's for the concert portion of this.
Oh, it's not actually this is the thing.
yeah.
That's when tickets are on sale.
But that's when I clicked on the specific
Oh,
banner
okay.
for the because there's a concert portion of
Looks
this.
like we're buying tickets.
So what I was saying was
Talk about it in a
the
second.
one in July,
It's a,
Yes.
where they announced Vrains or Sevens.
They
What was
announced that they were working.
They were
on a new
working on a
anime.
show.
Yes.
it? Why not announce something there?
Well, that's what I'm
and
saying.
Promote it.
Sure.
At the place in August.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I have, and I said this. If nothing is announced at that, I don't think this August thing will be anything. If something's announced at that, they're promoting the show at
well,
this
yeah,
event,
if they announce something
100%.
in July, then we
Well,
know
they say
this
they're working
directly
on something.
relates
and
to it.
he could be the main producer of it.
Yeah, absolutely. But that's like, let's
We're
get there
getting a little
first.
ahead of
Could be
ourselves.
a show,
But
could
again,
be a movie.
The fact that he is like involved in the panel is very interesting.
How pissed are you going to be? It's just like an Arc 5 remaster. So this whole thing is for.
no,
it's just like,
remaster,
yeah, they
no.
just attached his
What
name.
would they be remastering? It's in 1080
Exactly.
already.
They'll say, oh, we're making it 4K. We brought this voice actor.
Well, no,
Just throw him in there.
Well, no, a sequel of Arc 5 I'm fine with. I'm fine with anything at this point. I'll take whatever you want to give me.
Oh, and
You'll take
how about,
3
3 minutes once a month.
exactly. You'll take it. Why not?
You'll take it,
You'll
right?
take Pyramid of Light too.
Hey, hold on. I would take
The sad thing is a
You
lot
would.
of people
Anubis
would take,
is back.
A lot of people would take Pyramid of Light too. You know, you make Jean-Michel Raget the main villain. I'll watch Pyramid
Let
of
it go,
Light, too.
man.
Yeah.
Makes sense. So, Nick T, what do you make of it? You're doing the research here.
I kind of got sidetracked on the Anime NYC website.
Okay.
But no, I mean, my take is just as much of yours. I think it's something fairly interesting, especially since they are advertising it on the banner on the website as Yu-Gi-Oh's.
Yeah.
You know,
It says voice of Seto Kaiba. It
Yeah.
doesn't say voices this,
Right.
and
And
that.
he
Yeah.
voices a lot of characters.
and even like for I can't really pronounce his name too well, and I don't want to butcher it. The producer,
Teraraki?
it's billed as Yu-Gi-Oh's Kenjiro
Yes.
Kenjiro Tsunada and Teraraki Jamatsu.
Yeah.
Like this is These are Yu-Gi-Oh people
He's what?
as guests.
He's Nanami.
Yeah.
He's
It's
Yeah,
it's
he is
interesting.
significant.
all in
Yeah.
my. He's,
But like this is
he's a
being
great
billed
voice
this
actor.
way
I
for a
like
reason, I think.
I'm
Yeah.
such a good voice actor.
Because they could bill it as anything. But
Literally
it's
anything.
voice of Seto Kaiba,
Yeah.
not any of the other stuff that he does. And like you said, it's titled Yu-Gi-Oh's and then their names.
That's where Nick T wants
No,
to be.
it's not. Actually.
Yeah, it is, bro. That's
No.
what you're looking at.
What are you looking at, man?
He knows.
No, so there's a few banner things. There it was a Hololive like not VTuber but like V pop star thing. What is it called? Hololive Stage World Tour Synchronize. I guess they're
Live is
performing.
massive.
It is massive.
Isn't it? Yeah.
But the thing I was looking at is
No, it's better as I said.
Yoko-
Tina said to go with her,
Yoko
by the way,
Takahashi?
to,
Oh, she's
the
going.
event.
Yoko Takahashi,
Who
who
going?
sang most of the songs in Evangelion, is doing a concert the Friday celebrating 30 years of
Oh.
Evangelion. Like, Cruel Angel's Thesis.
Yeah.
Isn't that a
like an angel? Da, 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 da,
Yeah,
da,
exactly.
da, da.
Yeah, she sings that song. She's doing a concert the Friday night at 6:30
That's awesome.
So Nick T will be at that.
at Anime NYC. I might have to go.
And then, was your wedding Friday or Saturday
It's
night?
Friday. It is a Friday wedding.
Okay,
If
so
I
you
go,
could
it'll
go
be
on a
the
Saturday.
Yes.
It's not bad.
Oh, Tim and Katie's a Friday.
Yes. Yeah.
All right.
That's fine.
We might have to mess around and go to this.
Because
go all
he's
weekend.
there Friday and
Are
Saturday.
you going to be willing to drive up?
Yeah, I'll be in the area.
Okay.
Well, yeah,
I-
I'll be in New Jersey for the wedding.
Well, I didn't know where it was.
Yeah.
You staying at my place?
No.
Why?
No, you just straight up no.
They
at the
already have a hotel.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's good.
Yeah.
The guy
is
is
Hilton?
Hilton.
It is a Hilton. Of course it's a Hilton. I would never say anywhere else.
Not even a Marriott? What about a
Never
Red Roof Inn?
Marriott.
Not even a Marriott.
Never a Marriott, never a Red Roof Inn. Again, I always say if you want a, budget hotel, Hyatt is, Best Westerns. I mean, Holiday Inn is fine.
Yeah, but what if I only
Also
have like
Hilton
30
property.
bucks and I have to stay at the Red Roof Inn?
Sleep in your car. I'm not even. I think you're safer sleeping in your car than at a Red Roof Inn. I'm being dead serious,
You have
man.
less of a chance of getting stabbed.
You'll check into your room. There'll be a guy in the closet. I mean,
Oh my
seriously.
God.
At least
That'd
you'll
be
have AC and heat.
horrifying.
Yeah, it happens. Come on,
So it looks like
man.
they're selling out of these tickets. You might want to get on this.
Well, also, Comic-Con goes, New York City Comic-Con, regular Comic-Con goes live next month. I don't know if anybody's going to that,
When
but
is
That's
that?
October,
letting you
right?
know. It is October, yes.
We could try to plan ahead.
Maybe.
No idea if anyone's interested in
I would
that.
be
I'm
down.
interested.
Putting it out there.
I had fun when we went.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
went 3 years ago now? Or 2 years ago?
That was fuck.
I can't remember, man.
I think it was 2, right?
I was
I
living
think it was
here.
2. No, I think it was 2 years ago.
It was 2 years
Yeah, it
ago.
was
It was
2023.
2 and 3.
It should be 2023.
I only went 2.
Only Dylan and I went.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, 'cause
you were there.
I was there. Yeah, you guys went to the art show, and then I went. That was, I think,
Was that
20.
3 years ago?
Yeah.
That might have even been longer.
Oh,
That was
God.
2019.
Oh god.
Was that one? Yeah.
Don't say that.
Yeah, it
Don't
was.
say
It was like
that.
6 years ago.
I will say
That's
this as well. Something that I have never done, but I will do it this year, given where we are. If Jump Victory Carnival is being streamed, I will be doing a live stream reaction.
Gotta.
Oh, yeah, of
for
course.
that
Have to do it.
Of course.
in July.
I'd be happy to join you.
Yeah, if maybe it could be like a mini Jump Festa in the summer.
Would love it.
So I think that's the goal.
When is that?
That'll July 19th, I think, or July
that a Saturday?
13th. Yeah.
So we'll drive down to Delaware to get crunk, go on the stream.
Oh, we're
and
getting
that's it.
Raising Cane's though.
Nick D, can
Oh,
you look up
absolutely.
when the
Not even a
Duelist
question.
Kingdom
Yeah.
Live concert is? Because Duelist Kingdom Live is another one that I might stream react to. That's a bunch of bands that are going to be there that have done the Yu-Gi-Oh openings and endings, and they're going to play live at the Tokyo Dome. And I
July
think
12th.
okay, so then it might be July 13th.
Yeah, it'd be the next day
Yeah.
for us. Yeah.
So that's the other thing. There's this huge Duelist Kingdom Live. That's why there is a little bit of buzz. Like maybe they do something that weekend because they've done it before.
go.
It's not as often as Jump
Let's just
Festa.
say they haven't been cooking. We deserve a little bit.
Well, they haven't.
A little
been
bit of a
cooking,
well-cooked
but
meal.
Have they been cooking with the
Home
doors
cooked.
closed? Right, because sometimes you
That
look,
would be
you
dangerous.
look at a house
There's
and
no
it's like
ventilation.
This guy clearly doesn't know how to cook. He's talking with the door.
Yeah, put the fan on.
Well, sometimes like you look inside a house and it's pitch black every time you drive past, and it's like, does anybody even live there? Like it seems abandoned. It seems like nobody lives there.
Yeah, it's like
and then you go in and you realize it's there's lights on. It's just that the curtains are those blackout curtains, so it always looks.
Or
like
it could be the
dark.
opposite. Konami could be like Soul Tech these days, and they packed it up and doing minimal work, and that's about it.
They're
That's how I envision it.
Who is the Akira at Konami? I'd love to meet him.
I don't think he's going to be as nice as Akira
I'd
is.
rather get dinner with that guy than $100,000.
I hate him.
I don't think you would. I don't think you would. I don't think you would learn anything from that encounter.
Oh my god.
No, there's two schools of thought here for what Konami is doing.
Oh my!
You ready for
everything
this?
is twos.
Yeah, he's Mr. Double Man.
No, this is a good one though. It's a good one. You just got to get through it.
They call them
So-
two schools.
So,
He like his girls in twos.
yeah. That's a good quote. So you're either cooking or you're getting cooked, right?
Yeah.
So you're either in the pot or you're holding the pot.
Okay.
You have to hope Konami's holding the pot and they're cooking.
Okay. Yeah.
Wait, so is he in the pot?
Well, no. If they're not cooking, then they're cooked.
I feel like there's a possibility that you've lived with Dylan too long, and his analogies are
infiltrated
rubbing
my
off
brain.
on you, and that's not
That was
good,
though,
man.
right?
I thought it was good, but I don't think they thought it was.
No.
Well, some people don't
wasn't
understand
good.
how to cook. That's the problem.
That's true.
Yeah.
As someone who loves cooking,
like he has early stage old timers. I don't think you
Me?
want any of. Yes,
I
absolutely.
probably do.
So I don't think you want any of that.
Well, I had like 7 concussions, so that might be like kind of a similar thing.
Now he's had 7. Now it's 7.
I think it was more last time I said it.
Do we have any super chat donations?
Yes.
Yeah.
We have plenty, but real quick before he starts reading them, so it seems like the event, is Saturday, July 12th there's a daytime part at 10:30.
So that would be
Or
like
11:30 start.
that'd be Friday night,
So that would be Friday at
9:30.
10:30 would be when it's because that starts at 11:30. So
Yeah.
10:30
This is for the concert.
the concert. So Friday night, July 11th, we would see the daytime part of it at 10:30 p.m. our
Okay.
time, Friday.
I think that's being streamed, so I probably will
We're a
stream
full day
that.
behind them.
So Friday, July 11th,
It's
that
what,
night,
14 hours?
Yeah, 14.
bring your glow sticks,
13, I think.
bring your
Okay.
beers,
Oh,
bring
for the
your
savings.
whatever you bring to a rave. I'll ask Weir because he's been to a
The
lot.
only thing
He's
that's
been to
tricky
so many.
Yeah.
is that
It's tricky to rock around.
what is that? 4.5 hours later is the nighttime part. That would be at like 3 a.m. our time.
It's gonna be a late night.
Yeah, you'll be up.
It'd be a late night stream from 10:30 or like whatever 9:30 to 4 in the morning.
Yeah, it'd be a party, man.
Well, there might be
Just
like a
you in the
gap
chat.
in between, right?
Hanging
There'd
out.
probably be a
But
gap.
then
So
right-
you could take a quick nap. In
But then
between?
right after Kimeru, sings his, final song, "Calling and Feeling," da-na-na-na-na, and then the banner drops and it's the poster for the new Yu-Gi-Oh.
Brains
And-
too?
And the Tokyo is going nuts. The Tokyo Dome.
I don't
Oh
think
my-
that's where it is.
Could you imagine? No,
I know
it's
you.
at the Tokyo
I know
Dome.
you have dreams like that,
Oh, dude,
Yeah.
Kimeru, and he's doing the Misaki Endo comes out.
dude.
This
We
is-
go
oh.
insane. We go
Go
insane.
No,
nuts.
he comes out on stage, grabs the poster from the side, and does your traditional poster slam. Bang!
This is at the Tachikawa Stage Garden.
Oh yeah, that's where it is.
I think Caliber's flying out there that weekend.
Anonymous anime lover, thank you so much for the $10 donation. I see it right
Have a good
here.
night.
Thank you so much, Anonymous. I'm glad I stopped by tonight. Long live Yu-Gi-Oh! Good night, guys. We love you, Anonymous. Thank you
Thank
so
you,
much
Anonymous.
for the wonderful support.
Good
Dark Emperor
night.
J, and thank you guys all so much for being here. Thank you for the $2 donation. Random question. Who do you think are the top 5 best trolls in the community? And I mean the goofy ones, not Mr. Burger ones. I mean, we'll just name one. I think Delayed is really good. I
Delayed's
think
very
probably
good.
Sane is very good. Yeah. Those are two that come right to my
I
mind.
would say when he's around, Barrett Letty's a huge.
Yeah,
he's
in a
Big
league.
time.
That guy's the biggest troll, but he's never around.
He
no,
is ki-
he's
he
a
was
busy
people's
guy.
favorite parts of Jump Festa.
He's King
Because
Troll.
what else was there to be excited for being honest? Like,
Yeah,
that guy was hilarious.
Dylan head in his hands and he's just
And he's just
spraying
shooting the
everything.
money gun.
It's an iconic image now.
Yeah, because you're right next
It's a
to
great
me.
iconic image. I know.
But even
I
you,
brightened
you're-
it up a little
You're
bit.
laughing a little bit, but then even you're like,
Yeah.
oh, this is crazy.
Yeah.
An hour, like
It was
20 minutes.
it was me, you, and CL, right?
Yeah, CL was on.
Yeah, and she got a big kick out of it.
Yeah, I think everybody did.
Big
Actually, I
laugh.
don't think I've ever seen the screenshot. Someone needs to pull that up for
Pretty
me.
crazy.
We'll pull it up.
Yeah, it was tough. That was a tough moment. But
Any other community trolls? But
Alex
fun
V is a
trolls.
good one.
Alex V is a good one.
Yeah. yeah, he cooks. X-Layer has his moments.
Yeah.
X-Layer something goes too far. But
Yeah.
he's a good troll, though.
Yeah, I'll give a couple
I
good
kind of
jabs.
like when X-Layer's mean to Dylan, though.
Yeah.
Well, it depends. Sometimes I'm like,
Yeah.
hey, only
Yeah,
we could be.
yeah.
I'm like,
Sometimes it hits
It
a line, and I'm
depends.
like, hey, only us, like you said.
Yeah.
Only we can hit Dylan like that, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, great question, the Dark Emperor. Delayed on MTA, thank you for the $2
Wow,
donation.
speak of the devil.
Great to see you delayed. Dylan is right. Between Red Roof Inn and sleeping in the car, I'd choose the car. I once got a room with one used bed and one clean one, and they said, take it or leave it. Also,
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I always wonder if people pretend to be staying at Hilton just for the free breakfast. That probably happens. The location that I work at does not do free
Surprise
breakfast.
menu.
DoubleTrees don't. But Hamptons and Homewood Suites is another one.
think
They
But the
Trues?
cookies,
I
man.
think Trues do.
Trues do as well. Embassy Suites do. And right, you could just walk in and get breakfast,
Yeah.
and they will not question it.
Or you
ever.
get a chocolate chip oatmeal cookie or
from
something.
the DoubleTree. You can
Walnut
from any
cookie?
Yeah, when I
DoubleTree.
stayed at the DoubleTree in Boston, they gave us it was warm still.
Oh yeah. We keep it in the warmers,
yeah.
for you. But yeah, you don't want to stay at the Red Roof. One clean bed, one used bed.
Take it or leave
That's
it.
insane.
Take it or leave it is a wild statement.
That's hospitality 101. Yeah, take it or leave it. I believe it.
I think I'd be calling some kind of local, like, Better Business Bureau or something. And be
Dude.
like, you got to do something.
it
No,
down.
but they say I was at the Red Roof, and they'd hang up on
Yeah.
you. Like, what can they do, dude?
Jesus.
Awful. We've got some stuff on your end, man.
Sure, dude.
Want me to start it?
Yeah, you want to do it?
Yeah.
You can do it.
Sure,
I'm going to read the first one on your screen. We've got 70 months of Obelisk Blue membership from KP.
She is the longest tenured member in this
Almost
channel's
6 full
history.
Yeah, she's ahead of me.
God damn.
She is. You're on Twitch, the longest.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
Kay, thank you so
That's
much.
crazy. And then
that is crazy.
The
Wow.
comment was Chronicles anime. 5 out of 10, not enough content.
That's probably the
Very fair.
I might give it a 4 out of 10 to be honest,
Yeah.
but
5 out of 10 is very
5 out of 10,
it's generous.
yeah,
So I
it
respect
might
that.
be on the generous side. Kay, thank you so much for being a member. Hope all's been well. Really, really appreciate you.
Very nice of you.
Thank you, Kai.
We've got $5 from Mr. Sean Gilbride.
Sean Gilbride.
Thank you, Sean.
Mr. Gilbride.
Let's get the update.
Oh, yeah, here we go.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go, baby. Let's go.
At state, oh my God, at state track and field last week, I got 3rd place in team bocce ball, 4th in 100-meter dash, and 5th place in shot put.
Nice. Very nice.
Congratulations.
And then he said, I turned 27 this Saturday.
Whoa.
Well,
Are we going to have to do a...
we have to do a happy birthday because we will not be live on Saturday. So follow my finger.
Oh God.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Sean Gilbride.
Yep.
Happy birthday to you.
Yeah, let's go.
Hold on, that was
Had to stick with it. We
You
stuck
guys
with it.
killed it, man. Great job.
You know, when we watch your finger, it actually
job.
does help.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
it's the
That worked.
great job.
Yeah.
Sean, I hope you liked our rendition.
Are you trying to become the new maestro, bro?
Oh, hold on. Wait. Let's not get...
Maestro.
Maestro.
Oh, what'd you think of that, Nick?
Oh,
T?
I loved it, dude. The second we finished, I went back and listened to it. I was cracking up. Well, not the second.
It's an
The second we
insane
ended-
intro.
second we ended the call.
Maestro.
Encore, maestro. Encore.
Jeez.
I can't wait for the other
Maestro.
Hey,
Now,
Maestro.
could you tell that it was me saying
other-
the encore and not
two.
Dylan?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Oh,
tried
yeah.
to put on
Oh,
a
jeez.
voice.
It was close though. I'm like, wait, but no. It was
Hey, Maestro.
that. Yeah.
Brian?
Come on.
Come on, man.
Thank you so much, though. Seriously, Sean Gilbride. He had told me a couple of days ago how he did in the performances, and yeah, you killed it.
Killed
man.
it.
Seriously, to get
Yeah,
top
that's-
3 in any of that is insane.
Yeah.
So thank you, Sean.
Yes, thank you, Sean, and happy birthday.
Yeah, happy early birthday.
Yes.
Happy
Yes.
early birthday. 27, big number.
We have $2 from Mr. Pickerick.
Pick the Rick. Thank you, Pick.
And he just said, it's sky striking time with the sunglasses emoji.
Yeah, okay. I mean, look,
Yeah, okay.
no, I mean, what can you say to that? I mean, you know.
I think I actually
Morbin time.
understand it more now after that donation.
understand.
now
the
I get it,
anime more.
actually. Now I
yeah,
get
I
the
think
hype.
I get it a little more.
Oh, good.
It's a joke, like
Like what, Nick?
Morbius is. It's Morbin time. It's Sky Striking time. So they're both jokes.
All I remember from that movie, I watched it in a daze. That
I've never
movie.
even watched it.
Matt Smith dance is all I can remember from that movie. It's
What's he doing?
I don't know. It's a bad movie.
You guys might not know this, but it's Morbin time. That meme, you know that
Yeah,
meme.
of course.
That was started by a Yu-Gi-Tuber. What? Rank 10 Yu-Gi-Oh.
You
yeah.
got to be kidding me.
Yeah, he started. He tweeted it, and then that's how it blew
Of course,
up. And,
of course.
Yeah, so that was started by a Yu-Gi-Oh.
Wow,
content
For no
Circle.
reason, just thought he was funny and he did it and it caught on.
It blew up, and that's probably the reason that they did the rescreening of it. Remember, they put it back in.
Yes, I
theaters?
remember. Yes, I remember.
Because it was Morbin time.
Right,
God,
but
that
that the origin of that is a Yu-Gi-Tuber. Yeah, fun fact.
That's insane.
Yeah,
I don't know what's a worse watch to get through that or Madam Web.
I have to imagine Madam Web.
I guess Madam Web.
haven't
I mean, I've
seen
seen
Madam
both.
Madam Web was
I
so
guess
fun.
Madam Web is probably worse, but Morbius is not that far ahead. I got to still watch Craven. 'Cause I know that's got to be awful.
Yeah.
So
Well, thank you
Sony's
so
really
much,
been,
Pick.
just do a live reaction on your on your channel one day. All right, Thursday we're
If it's on
watching
Prime,
Craven.
you can.
We're watching Craven the Hunter.
If it's on Prime Video, you can
Yeah,
show it
we're
on
just
screen.
knocking it out.
Yeah.
Holy Lord,
You can
dude.
show it on screen if it's on Prime Video.
Oh man, I don't know if you could.
Yeah, because Amazon Prime and
Twitch
Twitch have a
owns
partnership.
Amazon.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think we
Amazon
tried to
on
do that
Twitch.
for.
The NFL,
people-
you can't.
Yeah.
NFL has their own.
But anything else you can.
I thought you
All right.
could, but people have to be signed into it or something.
The NFL, no. The NFL's
No, I
kinda
meant
like-
Amazon.
Amazon Prime. You can, yeah.
Without people having signed into their own or anything.
You have to be signed in.
The viewers do.
No, you just have
You
to
just,
be.
oh, just you?
Yeah.
Okay. You can rent it.
You can buy it too.
You can rent or buy it.
Absolutely not.
Well, you could rent it for $6.
Yeah, it's $6.
If I have Amazon Prime, I can watch it for free. That's fun.
No, I think if you on Prime Video, you gotta rent.
No,
it.
then it's illegally downloaded.
Yeah,
Do
you're-
that too. You can do that.
$6. You're better off going to the local dog park and betting it on the golden retriever to like run the most laps. I mean,
What?
really.
You're betting on dogs at the dog park?
I'm racing, yeah.
No, you
How many
said.
minutes do I have left? Okay.
12.
Anyway. Anyway, thank you, Pick Rick.
Thank you so much, Pick.
Thank you, Pick.
We
the Rick.
have $5 from Electric Kevin.
Kevin.
Thank you,
Thank
Kev.
you, my man.
He said, if you showed a non-fan an episode of both The Chronicles and something like Generations or Evolutions, they'd 100% understand the latter better.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's just stating the fact.
Yeah, there's
Yep.
no
Great
there's
fact.
not even a
There's no
debate
argument.
there. I mean, I've watched
Those are both
Generations.
slightly longer format, though, right?
A little bit. It's
But
not
they
a
still
huge
do
difference.
just kind of throw you
Some,
into it.
some
Tell
of
a
those
story.
Generations episodes are like 4 minutes. I mean, it's
Yeah.
not that much
Not-
longer,
yeah.
but like it's so much better. And I
They
think
do all-
those release like bi-weekly. When
Yeah,
they
they did a
release.
good job with that.
Yeah, and like it's yeah, dude, it's
it's not
it's
even-
crazy. It's just crazy how especially in comparison to those narrative tellings, how weak it is. Yeah. But Kevin, thank you so much.
Yes. We have $20 from Cullen Cleve.
Wow, thank you, Colin.
Colin.
I'm sure
Colin.
Colin very excited about this one. I'm sure.
He said, if this short-length excuse me,
You're right.
if this short-length animations were for card lores that isn't super expansive or super long, I don't think the reception would be so negative. But something so short for card lore this expansive is, in my opinion, inexcusable.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you could give a 2-episode treatment to something that's not fleshed out at all.
Yeah.
But-
I agree to an extent, though, because the four of us sitting here to Dylan's left wouldn't even know if there was an expansive lore or not
True.
necessarily, and they don't even give you a story. Yeah. There's like they maybe say 25 words total.
Definitely less.
Yeah.
The
No,
brand
it's probably just a bit.
the branded
I'm not even
Yeah.
trying to exaggerate. It's just it's tough.
The branded lore is so
look at him
insane
like
and so deep and so expansive that I don't know how they're going to be able to do it in like 18 minutes over 6 months.
exactly.
Because let's break it down. It's going to be 18 minutes of content over half a year. 18 minutes. We're used to 18 minutes in a week.
Yeah.
And we're getting it over the next 6 months. By the time that branded ends, we'll be
I'm
celebrating
gonna-
Thanksgiving,
I'm gonna
and we'll be
celebrate.
putting
I
up
always
the
said
Christmas tree.
At
18
Whoa.
minutes.
We've been spoiled with all
If
the
you
content.
celebrate the holidays,
You know.
of course.
It would actually,
What an add-on.
It would actually take you longer to put up your Christmas tree than
Yes.
watch 6
Well,
months
of course
worth
it
of
would.
content.
Yeah.
Of course,
6
it would.
months worth of content.
Yes.
He's angry.
Hey.
But also,
it
to
would.
be fair, with something like, your dad's like, oh, it's still crooked. And you're like, no, Dad, it's perfectly straight. Can
And
we
then
stop
you're on the
messing with
ladder,
it?
and your dad slightly pushes the ladder, and then you fall off the ladder, and then your mom. Yeah, it's a whole thing.
Yeah, so I
Did,
guess-
did you have that experience?
It's a whole thing.
Okay.
That's why I don't hang up the Christmas lights anymore.
Well, you're a Grinch anyway. So.
Me?
Yeah.
I am the light of the world.
Wow.
I'm like the star on top of the
Colin.
Christmas tree.
Wow,
baby.
Colin.
that's crazy ego.
Colin,
We're losing it
has
here.
Colin confirmed he's coming to Jump Fest?
No, I don't think so. We haven't
I
gotten
think
any
he said
confirmation.
Delaware, rather not.
Yeah, I think everyone laughed, right?
No, that's
Him,
what people do. They
JC,
laugh.
Latrell, they all laughed.
JC was leaving the house at the beginning of April, and I said, I'll see you for Jump
He
Fest.
laughed.
He laughed, dapped me up, and then left.
I mean, can you blame them?
I mean, it was crazy disrespect.
He was
was
like,
awesome.
What? Oh, Delaware? Okay.
Even Dredge ain't coming.
I know.
No, I know he's coming to this thing. To watch you hit Sveka. We don't need to do
No,
that.
you gotta get rid
Do
of
that from our
Gotta
house.
be the Tito's,
You
dude.
gotta be Tito's.
Nina has confirmed she'll be there.
Oh.
There you go.
One confirmation.
She is wonderful. I can't say
That-
enough.
let's
Can't
go.
say enough good things about Nina.
Partying.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's a throwback.
Oh my
Good job,
God,
good job,
dude.
good job, good job.
I
Thank you
sickened
so much,
myself.
Colin.
Yeah, thank you.
Appreciate you, my friend. You're the best.
Thank you, Colin.
Thank you, Colin. And then we have 1 month of Slifer Red membership from Mad Karoy.
Mad Karoy, love it, love it. Now a little context about her. She is an awesome cosplayer.
Oh, sick.
She cosplays Chaz Manjome.
No
Oh my
Yes,
God, Manjome
yes.
Thunder over here.
I've seen her cosplays. They're very cool, and I'm sure you would love to hear that.
Now
I
is she
love-
going to anime?
Anime
NYC.
I don't know. I actually have no idea where.
As-
I don't even
as
know if she's in
Manjome?
America, but
Oh, well, that's a fair point.
I have no
actually.
idea. But she, does a good cosplay of him, and I will say, sure, it's Chaz. I don't know if her next cosplay will be Shingo, to keep up that trend. But
Well,
we'll
hold
see.
on.
That's- that's a little disrespectful.
Are those two characters on par for you?
I like Chaz a little bit more.
I was gonna say.
Yes.
I
He
feel-
definitely does way more than
Yeah,
Shingo does.
Yeah.
I like Chaz more. Yeah, no,
Yeah,
no.
Oh,
that does surprise me
Shingo.
because, like, all right, say I know your distaste for Shingo, but like, Manjome's an icon.
By the end of the show, I did like him quite a bit.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
You just hate him because of his losses to Judai.
No, I everybody lost to Judai.
Exactly.
I love his manga version a lot. His manga version is one of my favorites in GX.
Yep.
Mad Croy said they're Brazilian.
Oh,
wow.
awesome. Well, you know what? They're shouting out from Brazil. We're shouting out from New Jersey. Definitely not nearly as
She
cool.
also said
no.
just
Two
two
tattoos.
tattoos of him.
That
Wow.
wow. So she's a massive
Level
Chaz
of
fan.
devotion, she
How about
said.
that, man? That is awesome.
Time to Chaz it up.
You know what
According
though?
to
Chaz, I'll say it, much better than Shingo. How about
There you
that?
go.
Much
There you
better.
go.
I'm cool
Much
with that.
better.
I'm cool with that. And I like Shingo, but
Well, that's you never watched Dark 5.
yeah, but I mean, Manjome is Manjome.
He is Manjome. Yeah.
He is an icon.
icon.
Karoy, thank you so much for becoming a channel member at Slifer Red.
Thank
Also, just to
Oh.
add on to that, Mad Croy also upgraded her membership to Raw Yellow.
Oh, no way. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I
I
didn't even
think.
get to read her comment.
Oh, yeah. Read, read their comment. Well, come on.
Okay. Before you say she just said, "Guess Jump Fest. Jump Fest is our last hope."
Yeah.
But I think also
know what?
I do also think that was before the Anime NYC conversation.
I got to be honest. I'm feeling very optimistic. I don't know
All
what
of a
changed.
sudden?
I don't know what changed. I think we're just gathered
I
here.
think the conversation about anime
We're gathered here today, and like,
I think
hey,
it's the in-person energy.
can
It's
I
doing
say
it for
something?
you.
The expectation, right, is like down
Yeah.
here. What happened?
An old friend is in the chat.
Who's in the chat?
Barrett Letty.
The best troll.
Yeah.
Barrett said, "Tell the firefighter at the end next to Cal that he has a nice mustache."
I mean,
Well,
you
know
do
what?
look like a firefighter.
on.
That's not, he's not the first
No,
person
I-
that
that's
said
guy
that.
from the True TV show, that firefighter.
Yeah, I would
show.
say that's a compliment because that's a nice mustache.
No,
so it's like,
I-
yeah, you look like a firefighter.
I think it is. Now, Barrett Letty, can he confirm Jump Festa? That'd be huge if we can confirm
No
that.
shot.
I mean, he's a busy man.
He's a busy man, but you know what? He was the star of Jump Festa last year. I think Barrett loves the camera.
Do you
I
know
think
any of this guy's friends? I just like I celebrated his birthday
Yes,
with
yes.
him, and
Yeah.
all these people. He's like, "Yo, meet this person, meet that." Didn't know each other. We're meeting like he's got.
I've gone.
He's got
to,
a web of.
no, and I've
people. It's
gone to
crazy.
those parties before. I went to his couch warming. He had a whole thing for a new couch that they got, and I didn't know anyone. I was the only one there. But
Hey, that's brilliant.
I met people. He introduced. He's great. He really.
He's
is.
a networker.
Yeah.
This guy's got some great friends.
Also,
really
some
does, yeah.
great TikToks.
Yeah, I love them.
Yes.
Some great TikToks.
Yeah, he's a good dude. Good dude. Well, Mad Karoy, thank you so much. Yeah, listen, fingers crossed, but Jump Festa might not be our last hope right now. We still have Jump Victory Carnival in July, and we have this maybe Anime NYC thing end of August. Who knows?
These didn't say louder 23.
And you know what? If we don't have anything announced this year, we have Jump
Agree with
Festa
that.
next year. You know what I mean? Like, hey, let's keep it going. We're never giving up. We're carrying on, and we're gonna keep rocking and rolling.
not that movie,
And I think that's the most important thing we can do as Yu-Gi-Oh anime fans, right? You just keep rolling with the punches, and before you know it, you're gonna be standing at the top of the library, and you're gonna be
What?
just standing on top of knowledge.
I tuned out for a
Me
second.
too.
Yeah.
On the
I mean, I
wrong
wasn't listening
time.
to a word
Yeah,
you said.
yeah.
Well, that's fine, but then you can't question the speech. I
No,
just
but
gave.
it's ending on the library of not standing. On
Yeah,
the
you
library.
reached the top of the library.
Yeah.
But Barrett said he'll come to Jump Fest.
Wait,
he said
if
standing
you
on some
and
wealth
the
and
rest
knowledge.
of
Hold
Louder
on.
22 come.
So if your whole firehouse comes, then he'll be there.
All right, they will be there.
Dylan, everyone in chat is also asking how you got to the library.
Yeah, I'm confused. Wait, are you okay? Are you jumping off the roof of our library?
I don't think it's tall enough. I don't think it would do any
you'd
damage.
definitely
No.
be okay.
No.
You could probably get back up and walk off.
Yeah, do a
Yeah,
little
oh,
dodge
absolutely.
roll, you'll be fine.
Absolutely.
You would have a slight limp, but other than that, you'd be fine.
It's like
Well, it's
8
still a
feet
second
tall.
story.
Barely.
You would break a bone.
I don't know. I think if you landed the right way, you might
Cal,
not break it.
how about you try and let me know?
Me, I broke my back jumping on the beach.
Guys,
It's true. I mean, it's true. I
Like,
mean, he's
you
a brittle dude.
I'm not saying me.
Well,
What are you gearing up?
Take in the sand.
There it is.
Cry in the wind.
anyway.
Anyway, thank you so much, Matt.
yeah.
Seriously, appreciate you. 2 Chaz tattoos.
Yeah,
that
that
is
goes
awesome.
hard.
He almost got a soul burner tattoo. He almost did. If Flame was in
No,
Sevens.
no, you literally
No,
have it. The
you will
opposite way.
always twist this, Cal.
It would've
You
been-
said soul
I
burner,
said
and
a
you keep
flame
saying
tattoo
flame.
if Soul Burner was in Sevens.
Oh, but
you
it would have been a
flipped it.
fireball. Right. That was.
I said it would have been a tattoo with fire.
Yeah, the fire would have been around Flame.
This story changes every time I hear
I know.
it, so.
Elaine.
Regardless, it didn't happen.
Elaine will pull the footage, and
Yeah.
she is the librarian, and then we'll get to the bottom.
We need
of
to
it.
make sure that
the Library of Knowledge.
Are you gonna blame
Oh, wow.
AI?
No.
Standing
that would
on-
have been good. That would have been real good. No, I was gonna say that, but we have to make sure it's the words coming out of my mouth and not what you said I was gonna do because you change it too. So we got to get down to the OG.
That's fine.
I don't know. What is that? That Mandela effect?
Mandela.
it is a-
effect.
Yeah, maybe I remember you saying soul burner, but it really wasn't soul
Because
burner.
Dylan's
Yeah.
a master manipulator.
Maybe it's
and
been
gaslighter.
manipulated over time.
I'm like 99% sure I said a fire-related tattoo.
I don't know.
If Soul Burner was in
Whatever
it.
happened in Dylan's parents' house, I mean, it's a blur.
There was like laughing gas coming out of the
A
vents. in the
lot of
basement.
things have happened.
I live my life by the 3 Gs. Gaslight, gatekeep, girl boss.
Yeah, and you fulfill all of them.
You definitely gaslight us.
Oh wait, Elaine even typed in chat and said fireball tattoo, by the way.
Well, I can see it. I can see
I
that.
guess Elaine called me out right away.
And
What did
speaking
Barrett
of calling it, actually, Dylan has the mustache of a Coney Island bodybuilder from 1903.
I mean, I can see it. Lift some weights, man.
Barrett also asked all of us to do a fireman joke.
Good night, thank you.
I don't know. I would love to do.
Oh, it's always a good time, brother. Good seeing you, man. Until next time.
Come on the after dark.
What do you mean,
Get home safe, brother.
I don't know which one it is. It should be fine. You have to really be up on them for it to.
Gotta be up in it.
Whoo, God.
What's a good fireman joke? Oh my!
Now I'm picturing it now.
No, never
Or
mind.
he's the bodybuilder ones that are in like the original Wrinkly what is it, Ringley Brothers Circus?
Yeah, with the
Barnum and Bailey.
stringers,
Yeah,
yeah.
Ringling Brothers
Yeah.
and Barnum and Bailey Circus. Yeah.
I could see that.
Yeah, like those guys had an insane
See?
build.
I'm jacked.
We got any more donos?
Yeah.
Oh, we could keep rocking with
Get
it.
into another one.
Oh, I didn't even read the Light Melody VAs.
Read it.
Hit it.
Did you even say it yet?
No.
Oh, okay.
It was I was trying to move on and it just
We
never
were sidetracked with the library.
Yes, $5 from Light Melody VA.
Thank you, Light Melody.
I am willing to make a concept video on my GX movie idea. I just need some confidence before I do this project. Should I, guys?
Absolutely.
Hell yeah.
Absolutely. That
do
sounds
it.
awesome.
Absolutely.
Do it.
Why not? I think that's great. It'll be, and I can guarantee you, I'll put my stamp of approval on it. It'll already be better than what we've got from the Chronicles so far.
I think it will be better than the GX
I was just gonna
remaster
say,
that's going
Both
on.
those things are true.
Wow.
I think
Yeah.
if anything, GX needs a fresh, creative,
It'll also be better than whatever
project
dance move that
behind
was.
it. Yeah. Well, yeah.
That was
Like having gotten this kind of crop job from the GX remaster, I think we could use something like this concept video of a movie idea.
I thought you said something very different than crop job.
Oh God.
I was like, excuse me?
cooking up dope in
What
a
did you
crock
read?
pot.
That was Light Melody VA.
Thank you, Light Melody VA.
Yeah,
I
I think
heard
that-
about it. The GX movie.
Yeah,
right?
I think that the concept video sounds really cool. Obviously the concept of a GX movie sounds cool,
Yes.
but making a concept video for it, I think it sounds extremely
Yeah,
cool.
I will watch it.
I'm about it.
Guarantee you that, Light Melody. You let me know when it's up, and I'll check it out.
About it.
Thank you, Light
Thank
Melody.
you, Light Melody.
We have $10 from Lurking J.
Lurkin' Jay.
Lurkin'
Thank you so
Jay.
much, Jay. No longer lurking with that super chat.
Hey.
Super chatted earlier as well. Thank you, Jay.
I thought that Konami would make the OCD structure manga into an anime alongside the Chronicles anime.
Yeah, that probably would have been much better than the
been
Chronicles, honestly. The OCG Structures manga
that-
is
okay.
really, really cool. The little bit that I've read, I've really enjoyed. I know there's a lot of people that would have loved to see that get turned into an anime. And I say it all the time. I'm like, wouldn't it be nice, like, if they turned any of the mangas, even if it was the GX manga or the 5Ds manga, into an anime, they have the source material. Like, you do not need to worry about writing a story. You just need to worry about pacing and bringing the scenes to life in an like it'd be like a standard anime. So
Yep.
I feel like not having to worry about writing a cohesive story and not writing the duels. And if you want to rewrite the duels, if you wanna, I think you probably could get away with it.
Yeah.
I think it would be cool, but again, it's like at the core, would they ever make an anime that's not promoting a new mechanic or promoting the cards? They've never done that, promoting new cards. They've never done that, and until they do, I think that's probably the reason why they won't, which is a shame. There's a lot of great mangas, including the OCG Structures, that a lot of us, I think, would love to see come to life one day. Great question, Jay.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. We have another 10 from Electric Heaven.
Thank you, Kev.
And he said, after a week break, Horizons returns tomorrow. Would recommend the show to y'all, but I honestly believe y'all would get bored for a while, which is a shame because these last few arcs have been really enjoyable. It's Pokemon?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't think we'd. I don't know. I feel like I wouldn't get bored.
I'm very easily entertained. I'm sure
Yeah,
I
me
wouldn't.
too. Yeah.
I just don't have any. Well, I shouldn't say
Mental
I don't have any
bandwidth.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right now with the move and everything, dude, I can. Like, I haven't uploaded videos the last 2 days. Probably nothing coming out tomorrow because I spent 8 hours making negative progress in Master Duel. Yep. Literally went backwards. Yeah. And then I'm getting shot up with Novocaine. So tomorrow.
And working.
For the pain.
Yeah. So
You're going to have a great day, dude.
yeah, so it's just tough. But right now, after the move, and I've been saying really until the end of June, starting in the beginning of July, things will be very back to smooth sailing with streaming more, with uploading way more consistently. Just please bear. I mean, even last Wednesday we didn't do anything. Just please bear with me now. You guys have for the last month, and it'll be another month of kind of like sporadicness. But then I promise, July, we're right back to it, and I'm very, very excited.
Cooking.
Cook it in the pot. Yep.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Kevin.
Yes. And then I think so far yeah. You already read the anonymous one?
Yep.
Oh,
Dylan read it.
that's right. $5 more from Electric Heaven.
Thank you, Kev.
Thank you, Kevin.
Saying, random food question. What's your favorite kind of noodles, such as ramen, udon, pho, etc.?
Ramen.
Ramen.
I love ramen.
Udon I like, but it's very thick.
It's very
Yes.
thick. It's almost gummy sometimes.
Yeah,
and,
yeah,
Like,
it's a
if I
little
think about
off-putting.
it too hard, I get like off.
Yes.
Yeah.
Pho
Yes.
is pretty good
I
though.
do
Pho
love
is
pho.
good. Pho is very
Yeah.
good. I don't know why. When I went to Japan and got the ramen there, it was like some of the
that's-
best
yeah.
I've ever had, and I was just
Well,
like, yeah,
I
this
would
is-
hope.
You had a taste, but after the ramen. You know that song?
Nope.
No.
Did you make that?
No,
Song?
no.
Who's it by?
I think it's by.
Name 3 songs.
Yeah. So good point.
Yeah.
Um,
Red car.
Good point.
I guess just ramen has so much versatility. For me personally,
Yeah.
I'd probably go
Now,
with
is you
ramen.
talking like East Asian noodles, or like does pasta count?
I imagine East Asian.
Yeah, I'd
I
imagine
feel like
that,
pasta
yeah.
doesn't fit with
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
It's a different kind of noodle.
It is a different kind of
Like
noodle.
a very different.
I don't know any other noodle that would fit in that category.
Yeah. There are many others, but I just don't know the names
We're
of all
just
of them.
ignorant.
But I think pho. I think I'm a pho guy.
Wow, for real?
For real. Yeah.
Yeah, I have. I've never had pho.
It's really good.
Yeah.
If you ever see a pho place, it's really good.
I always thought it was pho.
It's
No,
not.
it's pho. There was a really good pho place that DJ took me to. Actually, we went when we were at Ryder. We went into Philly.
Oh,
There
yes.
was a really good pho place. I couldn't tell you what.
I
the
feel
name
like
was.
DJ is really good at finding those types of
Yeah.
places.
There's actually when
Yep.
I went in the one semester that I was at Drexel, I went to like 2 or 3 good pho places
Yeah.
in
Philly?
in Philly,
Yep.
and yeah, there's a few of them over there.
Yeah, it was good.
There's places over here too. It's really good. I highly
There
recommend.
are no ramen places locally though. You have to go to North Jersey, which is really or
Yeah.
South
I,
Jersey.
I
No,
went to one.
Rich has one.
I went to one in
Your
Philly a
has one.
couple weeks ago. That was good.
You did?
Yeah.
I saw Crystal posted on Instagram on like her story.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I messaged
That
her
was
and I was
good.
like, "Where is this?"
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
like-
It's a good little place. Yeah,
Yeah.
she loves that place.
Pier Village has a upscale ramen place.
Does it?
Yeah.
You know, when I Google searched, it
I'm
didn't
pretty
come
sure,
up.
unless that place closed, you know.
That'd be very.
Maybe,
exciting.
It's a possibility.
you know.
I will look
you know
at it.
about Pier Village.
Tyler said should have been called Philadelphia.
Wow, that rules.
That would have been
good.
way better than what it is. I'll tell you
Well,
that.
ladies and gentlemen, listen, I appreciate you guys coming by so much tonight. It's been a lot of fun. My throat is like on fire right now, so I've got to take a bit of a break. What?
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt your outro, but I'm really upset no one mentioned the Master Duel stream today.
There's nothing to talk about.
No, there is, because I had a joke canned, ready to go. Because I watched, to the surprise of many of you, I was lurking while eating dinner for like a solid hour and watched. It was rough, but I will say this. I think it was the most unhappy I've ever seen you during a stream, and that says a lot considering I've watched you during your like 1 week stream and watched you deal with the fallout of a 1 hour old breakup on stream. And this
Yeah,
is
it's
still,
true.
This is still the least happy.
That
I've
that
ever
one
seen
though,
you.
that one got worse over time. You got to like the 12-hour mark on that Twitch stream.
Yeah.
He
Well, that
was
was
he
rough.
was pale white.
Yeah, that was rough.
It was tough.
Jeez, yeah.
But
I don't
that
know.
was-
I feel
he
like
seemed
during
very unhappy.
Dude, no.
it reminded me of the early days collection where
Yeah.
like you look
You were
sapped of
losing it.
life.
Master Duel is a game that I can play for maybe 2.5 hours before I start to really just get burnt out from it.
Yeah.
And that's playing like casually, playing at that level. And we did 40
And to be
duels
one
straight.
win away.
Yeah, now I'm 7 wins away. Like I'm not
Yeah.
even close now. It's incredibly frustrating
It's tough.
and humbling. And yeah, it feels like, you go outside to start your car and you go to start it and like a man wearing a nice suit, you see him across the street, he's smiling and waving, and he put a potato in the exhaust pipe, and you start the car and who knows what's going to happen.
It would explode.
Wait, okay, what's the suit?
He's a Konami employee.
Oh, okay.
That's what it feels like, because they just gave me bad hand after bad hand.
Well,
coin flip
there was
loss
some
after
misplays
coin-
in there as well.
Well, there was I made one misplay against Tempai, lost, and then I lost like 9 of the last 10.
Yeah,
and
it was rough.
Would you lose 6 in a row after that?
How do you feel about Atlanteans?
I hate the deck. I don't know when that deck got so good. That deck, Dude, when I made the video on like Atlanteans versus the Fire Kings, people were like, "Oh, both of these decks are mid," and now that deck is just insane.
they came back and got you, man.
Yeah, but listen, I don't want to even think about.
Yeah,
Master
I
Duel.
had to
Come
bring
on,
it up
man.
just for that one.
You got to
joke,
think about it.
so,
You're going right back.
No, I'm not. I was gonna, but I'm not.
You're not?
No, dude. I
When are you going to do this?
I don't know, dude.
I think the bet is it's over, man. I think you should surrender, call it a day.
Tomorrow
Get
night
get
when
the
you're-
cosplay outfit.
Tomorrow night when you're done.
He's done.
I want to say this.
Say it.
Just make sure everything's done over there.
Thank you all so
we
much
got,
for being here.
We got one more over here too.
Why is somebody saying? Oh yeah, we just got one from Anonymous. Anonymous, not Anonymous Anime Lover. Anonymous. Thank you for the $2 donation. Random food question number 2.
Oh, is
what
that-
are your favorite pieces of sushi? Fish only and rolls. Salmon roll by far is my favorite. I like tuna rolls as well. And yeah, those are kind of my 2 big ones. 2 pretty basics. California wouldn't count, I don't think.
I don't really eat sushi much. I've had some spicy salmon rolls that were pretty good.
Yeah.
But I can't have anything that has shellfish in it.
Oh,
so
that's
that
right.
eliminates
That does
some.
eliminate a lot for you.
But yeah, no, I would probably just say like a spicy salmon or spicy tuna roll.
That's tough because I'll pretty much eat any sushi. For context,
What
there,
an
folks,
image. What an
as we're
image.
talking about this, he's
Just continue
No,
on your
I gotta-
original
He's
point.
pulling up images of like sushi restaurant. Then he's pulled up. It's a picture of like a bunch of sushi chefs and like Japanese businessmen eating sushi with Barack Obama.
He just zooms in on Barack. Anyway.
But that was wild. I love most sushi. The only one I'm ever like apprehensive about is eel. But I'd even eat
Yeah.
eel in like a dragon roll, for instance. My favorite probably has to be like
What the eel?
if you don't count like any kind of shrimp tempura roll. I'm a big fan of like spicy tuna and pretty much any type of roll.
I don't really eat sushi.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't really eat sushi. It's
Yeah, Cal and Pete don't really eat sushi.
I am big into cooking food. It's just I'm not about it.
Yeah.
But hey, everyone else that enjoys it, that's awesome.
No, I love it.
I rock with it.
Electric Kevin, thank you for
Yes.
the Australian $5 super chat. If you guys didn't know, I'm 100% Vietnamese. I actually did not
I did
know
not
that.
know that.
I thought Kevin was Australian.
Doesn't mean that
Can you be both?
Holy shit!
I
I think we got the stream on that note.
I guess one is from.
you don't even know where Vietnam is. Let's not do this.
Just like you could be anything and live in America.
Oh, you can be Italian and American.
Yeah.
I gotcha. Okay.
well, you could also just be 100% Italian and live in America.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I guess you're right.
Like literally, you could be born here.
But no, but
Like both your parents could be 100% Italian.
Yeah.
Therefore, you're 100% Italian. You were born in the United States.
But you're also American.
Yeah, exactly.
yes.
Yes.
Okay.
So it's probably the case for
that
what was it,
makes sense.
Kevin?
Now no, I didn't.
I
realize.
think
That makes sense.
what you meant in your head was I thought you were Australian because you live in
Exactly.
Australia.
I thought he was born
Yes,
right.
yes.
Which he still could be.
Well,
but he
those
Still could
things
be.
can
Both
true.
his
Yes,
parents
yes.
could
Those
be
things can be
100%.
true, yeah.
I gotcha. That's
Oh my!
well. Listen, I have a lot to learn about geography. and-
I've been
lot to learn about
offering
a
to
lot.
teach you a class for years.
You can also finish the
Oh
the
yeah, let me finish
donation.
it. Konami really. Oh, that's a
No,
different one.
what?
If you guys didn't know, I'm 100% Vietnamese. Dylan's never had any Vietnamese food before, and that offends me. Somebody get this guy some pho, please.
Pho.
Please. I mean,
That's like the biggest thing.
To be fair, he hasn't had it. So
no,
Pho's good, dude.
I've never had Vietnamese.
You
food,
really should go to a
but I've
restaurant.
heard very
It's
good-
excellent.
I've heard very good things about Vietnamese.
I think you'd
food.
rock with it.
yeah.
I've heard very good things.
So I feel like
There's
there.
Vietnamese places around here, isn't
There
there?
are.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's a lot
You
in
know,
South.
you haven't-
There's a lot in South Jersey.
There's a lot in South Jersey. There used to be at least 2 in Red Bank. I don't know if either of them are there but anymore. There is one on 36.
Okay. You know what? How about this? How
Near
about
the-
this?
what was the
Before
mall?
I leave New Jersey, before the end of June, I will get Vietnamese food.
I'm sure there are places
about
in
that?
Delaware.
There definitely are.
Oh yeah, probably. Well, Delaware, I just assume has only like
The most basic white
has
people
chains.
food.
Well, I just
Yeah.
assume they have chains. Is there
Well,
a
that's because
Vietnamese
it's a
chain?
rest stop state.
Not
Yes.
chain. You prefer chains?
No, I don't prefer chains, but in my mind, that's all Delaware has.
Out of like
I
the
don't think that's
out,
true
of,
at
out of the
all.
major Asian cuisines, right? So it would be Chinese, Japanese, Thai, Korean, and I feel Vietnamese.
Yeah.
In this area, have you had all of them besides Vietnamese, or like
No,
what,
you know what? And that's why Kevin shouldn't feel too bad. I've never had Vietnamese. I've never had Thai.
Holy shit!
And I don't think I've ever had Korean either.
Oh my God.
I think I've only had Japanese and Chinese.
Oh my!
gotta
All
get
right.
this guy,
Wait, that's a lie. You've had Korean barbecue.
Oh yeah, because we went to
yeah.
K-pop.
Does
Yeah, we've done
that
K. You've been to
counts?
K-pop
That
before.
counts?
Yeah, I'd
It's
count that.
called Korean barbecue.
There are other like facets.
He didn't
of-
know the K stood
Yeah.
for Korean,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Let's just be real.
Hey, I would-
He thought it stood for Konami.
No, listen, I'm uncultured. That's the problem.
That's true.
Yeah, you do have to try some.
That's
tacos.
just the Asian cuisines. Don't get me started on anything else.
Well, a lot of the Mediterranean I have not had. The Greek, the gyros.
Nerd, you're nerd.
Euro.
Euro?
Actually,
Euro? Like the dollar?
Euro.
Gyro.
We should wrap this.
Euro.
Wait, G-Y-R-O.
It's yeah.
Euro.
Euro?
For in Greek it is.
I know it's.
That's how they
I,
say it in Greece.
I know it's weird over here.
But we
Sometimes
say
people will say gyro.
Okay.
Yes.
So it's like Melbourne, Melbourne.
Nope.
Well, I mean, in that case, yes, because we're the foreigners incorrectly pronouncing it.
Right.
So it
Yeah,
actually does fit in that
It
context.
fits that example.
Doesn't mean it's correct. It just means that you're incorrectly
So
saying
it's like
it.
when we say DJ's last name Wyatrick, but Ms. Dooley correctly said
Vitrick.
Vitrick. She's correct. Where
I don't think she said Vitrick.
no,
She
DJ
did.
claims he
I think-
She called him Doug Vitrick.
I thought it was Daug, and she perfectly said Y-Track.
No, she said
That's what I
Doug
thought.
Vitrick.
Maybe that's why she mispronounced it because she thought he was like
she was so impressive.
Well, she thought he was like foreign, and then it's like,
Doug.
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Oh Lord.
Okay, well listen, I'm gonna get some Vietnamese food.
Yes.
How about that? How about that?
Oh, Nikos.
Panel podcast. We fly to
You got it.
Have
Yeah,
Take
let's do
care
it.
of it.
What?
We have a lot of
Natalie's
food
food
to catch.
donations. Natalie,
Up
thank
on.
you so much. I've eaten a lot of food.
Yes.
I just had sushi for the first time like 2 years ago.
That's true.
It's true, and then he got
And you're
obsessed with it for a
obsessed.
while.
You did
Well, I
the
did
30-day sushi
the 30-day
challenge.
sushi challenge.
You did
Joe.
not do the 30 days.
Yeah.
Joe,
yeah.
Joe, where'd you go? We got 2 $5 donations from Natalie's Cyber Tips.
Thank you so much, Natalie.
Natalie said, Konami really went, you had a problem with 3 minutes? Here's 2 minutes with this. Dylan was suffering in that MD stream.
As Nick T said, it was the most
Oh,
unhappy I've
yeah.
ever been.
Yeah.
And then Natalie also said, Pokemon really got a women lead before Yu-Gi-Oh! Pokemon Horizons is where it's at.
Yeah. I mean, listen.
You're
Pokemon's-
becoming a Pokemon channel after December, right?
Maybe I should.
Yeah.
Maybe I should have.
I'm probably getting a Pokemon tattoo in the next couple weeks.
Are you
What?
Right? Who you
Of
getting?
what?
Oh yeah, it'll be a surprise.
Hey, what do you got?
A Pokemon tattoo.
But it's going to be of a Pokemon
Is it
or
of
of
your-
a
I know
trainer?
who it is.
Oh, no.
I know who it is.
No, he doesn't.
Do you?
Yeah, but I won't say it.
Is it of your favorite Pokemon?
It's one of them. Yes.
Yes.
He doesn't know it.
I know it.
Is it?
It's
Is
not,
it
I haven't even decided. I haven't narrowed it down.
oh, so then what are you talking
know.
about? No, he doesn't.
I know it.
I know it.
I know. You know it.
Of course I know it.
We know it.
I've been friends with him for a very long time.
So have I. I think we both know.
Not as long as me, but you've been
Oh,
friends with
now
him for
we're-
a
now
long
they're
time.
fighting.
Sure.
Oh, are we
Hey man, it's
keeping
been good. It's
friendship
been good
with
seeing you,
Nick
man.
T?
It's been great being friends with you, man.
Me too.
Yeah.
Yeah, keep coughing, buddy.
Natalie,
Hey,
thank you.
remember these guys only have 2 weeks left together.
I know. That's why we got to get it all out now. We got $5.01 Canadian from Pick the Rick.
Thank you, Pick.
Pick Rick said, have you guys heard next month in Duel Links we're getting a long-awaited character, the fan favorite Gohayuka.
What a
Yeah,
random
I heard
character.
Dylan talk about it on stream today.
Shocked at that news. I recorded a video on it. I have not had time to edit. My thought, this is how cocky I was. I was like, I'm going to get to Master 5, 12 to 3, maybe 3:30. I'll edit the video and it'll be up by 5.
Yeah.
So cocky I was.
Do you ever look in the mirror and see the clown makeup coming
when
down
I
your
went,
face?
when I used the restroom at like 6 p.m. and I got demoted, I saw the clown. I saw Pennywise.
Yeah.
I was Pennywise.
Yeah.
It's awful.
You're penny dumb.
That's not nice.
That's
That should be a tech.
Pick Rick, yeah, very
bad.
very random character. It gives me a lot of hope that maybe the other Goha siblings will come in. When before this announcement, I only thought the other sibling that we would get was Goha Yuga. Obviously, we got Yuo.
Yuos are in it.
Yeah, Yuo's already in it. I thought we'll get Yuo, we'll get Yuga, Goha. A lot of people predicted the next character in sevens would be Tiger. I predicted.
Well, now we
Goha-
got to get everybody.
Yeah,
we're
I
getting
predicted Goha
Eugen
Yuga.
next.
Well, yeah. Now there's like Eugene and Euro.
everybody.
Like, there's a chance we get everybody.
Getting his D wheel,
Yeah,
riding it up in there.
yeah, for sure. So there's a real chance that we get everybody. I love Yuka. I'm a big fan of baseball. I love the Zexal Yuma
Got the
monsters.
Utopia.
And yeah, I'm very excited for her to come to the game. Shocked, but very excited.
Yes.
Very excited. Random ass character.
Yeah, for sure.
Baseball Utopia.
Yeah. And then her
They're
theme.
going to do a cross promotion between releasing her character and Shohei Ohtani. That's why they picked her, because of the baseball theme.
$50 million?
Shohei.
So it's up there, 700 something.
I wouldn't even be surprised.
Right? Like, I could totally see them doing that. They could be like, as this character releases, watch the Los Angeles Dodgers. You know, I could see it.
Good old Ohtani. I want to say thank you to everybody watching, to everybody that makes us a part of your Wednesday nights. We try to be live every Wednesday night, even without a weekly anime. You know, it's something we've done on this channel since the beginning of 2019, and it's crazy. It's been over 6 years, and we are still going strong. I would not be possible without all of you guys tuning in, lurking, watching it back, donating, super chatting. I can't tell you how much it adds up. Becoming channel members. Thank you so much. It also would not be possible without my 4 friends here, Cal, Nick T, Pete, and Dredger. Huge thank you to them. I'm going to let these guys promote whatever they got going on. You know, it's amazing we're able to do an almost 2-hour podcast on literally a 3-minute episode, but that's just the dynamic that these guys have, and that we're able to do it. It's the dynamic that you guys have. You guys always donate with great comments and messages, and I'm so thankful for all of you. Cal, we'll start with you, man.
Yeah, we're going to start with me, but I got nothing to promote here, so I'm going to swing it over to Big Nick T.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's hard to promote something when everything's in limbo, but I've got music everywhere. A couple projects, Nameling, Fragile Homes, Mom Fight. All 3 of those projects have music on all music streaming platforms, whether you use Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, Tidal, you name it. Or if you buy music, it's on iTunes. I think all of them are on iTunes and Bandcamp, which is the best way to support me as an artist and help me in putting out more music. So go check out the Bandcamp, especially for Nameling, so I can put out more Nameling music. Album coming soon, I promise.
How soon?
He's coming soon.
Yeah.
How soon?
Soon. I mean, probably not. I mean, not before Dylan leaves the state, but
That's
you
like
know.
a week, so.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
Sorry, man.
Before the end
So
of
you're
the summer.
coming after I leave the state.
Before the end of summer.
Yeah. Before the end of summer.
Okay.
All right.
Pete, what do you have to promote, dude?
I'm over on doing Twitch Super Deep Prod tomorrow night, probably around 7:30, 8 o'clock, playing Stray. Maybe we finish the game. But it's been a lot of fun there. And yeah, come over there, check that out. Follow me on Twitter, PeterCaro21.
You guys are incredible. Please follow them. Dredger also streams on Twitch. All the socials are in the description. We've got one more in-person stream, which is in 2 weeks after dark. Don't miss it. And don't miss next Wednesday night when the Talking Yu-Gi-Oh! Show returns, episode 3.
Yeah.
I'll be cooking up a good monologue, great segments, another pulse of the community. Thank you all so much. Special thank you to Anonymous Anime Lover for the very generous super chat, and to everybody that donated super chatted. Thank you to everybody who watched and lurked. Thank you. Love you guys. Thank you so much, and we hope you have
An amazing day.
Take care, guys. Have a great night.